Are any of these neighbors cognizant of what's going on?
I don't think they are.
Okay.
They're like stuck in their own little world.
Is there some sort of social commentary on that? There clearly is not, because I don't think that there is any higher meaning in this game.
No, I think there is. 100%. There's lore in Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
There's some lore.
I believe it.
There's a little lore. Gambler.
Gambler? Gambler. Yeah,
he's the god of gambling. So not exactly the same thing.
Okay.
You have all of these neighbors, and the only one that seems to be aware that something is going on are the soldiers. And they're super frightened of all of the monsters.
That's true. Well, they look suspicious, and they're not trying to do anything. They just look suspicious.
Yeah, but then they'll, like, if something comes by them, the hat will fly off their head.
Oh, that's true.
That's the only one that has any reaction to. Oh,
that's a very good point.
Maybe the dog, because the dog is barking at things, but that's it.
That's fair.
So is that some sort of commentary on the state of the world? Everything could be falling apart.
But everybody's
it's
so into their own.
There's monsters everywhere, yes. But they are focused on their particular role.
Their own little square.
That's right.
Their little pixelated square.
Yes, very pixelated. It's a thought.
It is a thought. I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Absolutely. Especially when
higher meaning.
Especially when the couple turns into a werewolf. I think that
oh, very much so.
It speaks volumes. Yes.
Yes. I want that dissertation written on the
and the giant baby
and societal collapse. Giant babies.
They step on
true.
you. They step all over you.
Do.
Giant babies will just step all over you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It really makes you think.
Absolutely.
You know, that Konami could really make a zombie game that would really make you think. In the grand tradition of zombie stuff, Rachel, it has to have some sort of societal.
I mean, that's true.
Link.
It's true.
Some sort of satire.
Yeah. I mean, think about the clowns. You set down the clowns that laugh.
Yeah, those and every monster hates those clowns.
They hate those clowns. Yeah.
Speaking of clowns, I am Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is Shelf Life, a podcast where a brother and sister team go through all things pop culture, no matter the genre, to determine whether or not the subject at hand belongs on your shelf. And today, Rachel, we're going to a neighborhood. We're going to determine whether or not this subject is on the shelf. It is a video game. We haven't talked about video games in a little while. When was the last game we talked about? Streets of Rage?
I think it was Streets of Rage, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going back to video games this time. Rachel, what is up for contention to the shelf today?
We are going to be talking about LucasArts, Konami's Zombies Ate My Neighbors, specifically on the Sega Genesis from 1993.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it covers both. I think it covers both the SNES and the Sega Genesis. We played the Sega Genesis, so that's the one we know. But it is on both.
When I talk about the music, especially
the music Genesis. Especially, we're talking about the Sega Genesis. Sure, the sound effects in general, the graphics, all that stuff we know best from the Sega,
right? Versus
the SNES. So we're going back to our childhood video games, which is all we've really covered so far on Shelf Life. It joins the ranks of Streets of Rage, Doom,
Sonic,
as the video games that we've covered so far. All from the same era.
That's right.
Because that's when we were little kids.
But that's also kind of the era of it, like, becoming something. Like, gaming becoming something, you know?
Consoles are at home, so that you can actually use it and enjoy it, for sure. So yes, we're covering Zombies Ate My Neighbors, a cult classic video game.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the early 90s. I didn't realize that it was a LucasArts Entertainment product. you turn it on and the Konami logo comes on and it goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But you always forget about the LucasArts part of it.
Right.
But yeah, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It's a cult classic where we decided we wanted to cover this because we have some fond memories of it. Rachel, what is Zombies Ate My Neighbors about, and what is your history with Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
So the fun part of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, it's a brother and sister team fighting the forces of evil.
The manual says they're just friends.
I like to think that it's a brother and sister team.
That's true. I mean, you can go for it.
I think you're right. It's just two brave kids, is what it says. Zeke and Julie. And you're going to be fighting the forces of evil, aka zombies and other monsters.
Hold on, because otherwise we'd have to have started the show by saying, speaking of brother and sister teams fighting zombies, I am Kevin.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fine, but I think growing up, it was always in my head that they were brother and sister, but I think that's just because it was you and me.
Sure.
So
fair. And they could be, and in a remake, they could be, and no one would bat an eye.
Right.
I'll get into that later. I'll get into that probably in my, I don't know, my synopsis at some point. Right, but I'm sorry, I completely cut you off for my diatribe.
I pretty much said it like 3 times now. It's Zeke and Julie running around.
They're 2 teenagers, yes.
Fighting zombies and other sorts of monsters and trying to save the town, their neighbors, the people and stuff in it. So
yeah, it's a very, very simple premise.
It is.
They were just trying to make a
very
game where
style.
It's an arcade game. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely what it is. It is an arcade game. You collect points. You have to deal with resource management with those points, and it's designed specifically in mind to not win, but just to see how far you can get.
Just to have fun.
Like, that's the purpose of it.
You turn this on and go, yeah, let's see how far we can get. Or I'll write down the code, and next time we can start from a different section.
And I do wonder if, because of the shift in video games in the last 30 years, if that goes over a lot of people when they try to come back and play this as heads. Because, I mean, I saw it all over the internet where people were like, this is fucking obnoxious, this is annoying, all that stuff, because of how many... There are 55 levels in this fucking game.
It's a lot of
That's
levels.
Obscene. That is obscene.
Yeah. So get
and
ready.
I think people...
I hope you see how long this recording is
right
now.
No.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
We're not walking through the game.
Get ready for some 8 hours of fun.
We are going to discuss in generalities during the walk through the game. We're not literally going to walk through every level. We'll probably talk about... We'll talk about different subjects associated with the game. Yeah, but we're not going to walk through it because it does get repetitive. Like we said, it is kind of designed to just have fun. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you look today, people will be like, I played this and I think that it sucked or it's overrated. There's people that obviously love it.
Right,
but then you'll see some where people are like that. And I think people expect it to be like today, where there's a story, there's a satisfying ending, and it's easy enough to get to the ending. And it's like, that's not the way that this is built.
Right.
Whether or not you can completely hate the fact that it's not built for that, that's fine. I'm just telling you, it's definitely not built that way. Right. It's definitely not built for that.
No.
You and I, Rachel, went back to try to play it. What's your history with it? How did
I grew
this
up
become
with
part
it.
on the list?
When we got the Sega Genesis, this was one of the games that we had for it. It's one of the games you and I would play every once in a while, and it was ridiculous and goofy and fun, and I remember all the sounds, and it just was part of my childhood.
I don't
remember getting it or any of that, but I was probably too young.
That's what I can't remember. It was not one of the games we got with the Genesis.
Well, not with it, but you know what I mean.
But Dad must have picked it up. I should have asked.
Text him.
Should I call?
Call him right now. Call him right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, hang on.
Hold it up to the microphone.
Mom. I'm calling Mom because Dad's not
gotta hold this up to the microphone. This is great.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. Are you guys watching anything?
1%. Why?
Oh, can you pause it for a second?
Pause it.
Is Dad there?
What's the matter?
No, nothing's wrong. We're on air. We're recording, and we wanted to ask Dad a question.
Scared the
Okay, hold
shit
on.
out of
They're
her.
recording.
Because I felt that too. I'm like, no, you can't say it like that. You can't say it like that.
Okay.
Does Dad remember how he bought Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
Zombies, how old? You guys were pretty young.
It came out in 1993.
So
You're
I was
pretty
working.
You're gonna have to bleep that out.
Sorry. No, am I supposed to remember?
No, we were just asking.
asking.
No, we don't remember. I can like vaguely remember you coming home with it one day, but
Yeah, well, see, I had this problem where I would just go and buy games for you guys.
did you get it at like a flea market? Like when you got Altered Beast?
I had gotten like 3 or 4 games, and they were like, really? Yes. I'm trying to. Oh gosh.
Because like that's what I thought. Like you came home from like a flea market with it.
Yeah, it was a flea market, or what they would call, just like a junk sale where people would have their stuff out, like a garage sale. But if it came out in that's when we got it, or is that when it came out?
That's when it came out. I think we got it later than that.
Yeah, we got it later than that, and it was with other ones because there was stickers on them, and they were like cheap. And I think I bought like 3 or 4 games. Like you said, the Altered Beast was another
You
one.
wanted to get it just at Toys R Us or something.
Yeah, sorry, I don't remember.
We thought you knew, and it was funny, and you're just quizzing them.
No, because I thought I didn't want to say that you got it at like a flea market or like a garage sale.
Because like Altered Beast, I would not have bought that new. But it's coming to me that there used to be some place that I would go that would have games like marked down, and I'm wondering if it was some place. Let's see.
Yeah, like I can remember a store where they would be like, resale shop.
Right, and we would go there, and I would just start buying games and stuff.
But you didn't get it in '93.
No.
That's when you'd buy all that stuff. Can you picture yourself playing it?
I mean, that's what we were kind of talking about. But
Well, you had Lion King in that. Farmore was open.
Lion King would have been like 95.
Right.
Farmore was open because Lion King is the one that fell under my seat.
That could be it.
That wasn't how we did it, but
No, but Farmore would have them marked down too, wouldn't they? They always had that
remember,
section.
did they sell like the used games, like from the video store part?
I thought they did.
Could it have been like a used, like a video store game?
Like a
Was it
video store. No, the
Oh.
video store itself.
Like an old rental.
That would make sense.
But it was a video store we used to go to. Where was that? Was it
I was gonna say Blockbuster, Family
Could have been
Video.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, like a Blockbuster where they would
Did you have games there though?
Yes.
Matt?
They were doing
Yeah, I think-
somebody was doing games because I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
And they would have them marked down, and I'd just go get them.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, we have to.
Go ahead.
We have to find, because we found the cartridge, because obviously Rachel and I played it with that. We have to find
The box.
the manual and the box, because
Oh, the box of manuals. The manuals are either in the cabinet up in Rachel's room, or there's some in the drawer in the dining room.
We
Oh
may
my
not
God.
have one for that if we got.
Oh yeah, but if we got it
No,
weird,
I know we had.
no, we had them. We
no,
had
we
them.
had it.
And I went and turned around and I bought one for his birthday. Remember?
Anyways,
Oh, because loved it. Yeah. In the box with the manual, it's worth over $100.
Get out of here.
Yeah. If we had one that was sealed, it's over $300. Obviously, we weren't going to do that.
who's gonna do that?
Because you
What's
told
the
me how to
point?
keep all the games.
Well, we have to. But we have to keep pristine.
Well, no, because the games were, when I bought them for you guys, they were to play with. They weren't to
Well,
keep.
No, what
Duh.
I'm saying, like this guy is selling it for $109. It's open.
Yeah. Oh, it's.
I'm not saying that we would sell it. I'm saying like you have to, keep it nice.
Yeah. Well, we have them all over the house, so.
We know. We mentioned that. Okay, I'll let you go watch your Joel McHale.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And that
All right,
concludes
there you
our
go.
new segment of Let's Ask Dad.
How
He
we got
remembers.
this. We'll have to remember that for Taken.
Oh god.
I go out and buy stuff. That's what I do. Her dad is one of the Red Letter Media crew. You know. So Rachel, you can figure out what to do with that. Probably nothing. Yeah. There's 30 seconds worth of material there.
There's something.
After Mom freaked out because I didn't say why I was calling.
Well, you said it in a way that was like, hold on, I must tell them both at the same time. Can you pause what you're doing? I need both of you in the room. It was like, what are you doing? You're freaking him out. I'm like, I already can tell she was. And then she went, what? What's wrong? I felt it. I was like, I knew she was gonna freak out.
Anyway, I was like, let's see if Dad remembers. We'll do that. That'll be fun. A little gimmick. All right. So, and as our dad alluded to there, you and I played it. Mm-hmm. I remember playing it with my best friend when I was little. Mm-hmm. I would take it over to his house. He had a Genesis, so we would play it at our house.
Right.
And then your godfather,
yes,
who's our dad's best friend,
yes,
loved it.
He loves games.
I mean, even Mom would play it.
Right.
But he would play it. He would come over, and like between the two of us and Dad and him, we would play this thing forever.
Right.
And we would never get past like level 12 or whatever, mm-hmm. but we would just always play it. It's a pastime. It was a constant pastime for us as a video game back then, which is completely different because it's an arcade game. That's the idea behind it. It's just a little different, I think, in that
it is.
regard.
You kind of got to get your head around that, because otherwise you are going to be expecting like, oh, I should be able to get better at this and I'll be able to beat it. No, don't do that.
I think very hardcore gamers can do it, obviously. I'm guessing kids today probably could do it better.
I don't think they could. Because of how that is structured and how like the buttons and everything.
I'm thinking the memory recognition. We'll get into all of the gameplay and stuff when we do the walkthrough. I'm just thinking memory recognition and just how complicated video games are now. If you grow up with the more complicated stuff, you can go back and like beat the simpler stuff way easier. I don't know. There are 55 levels.
Yeah, there's a lot of levels.
There are no saves.
No.
You get 3 lives.
Yes.
Period.
Right.
Sometimes you can find 1-ups. Or you get lives if you have all the neighbors at the end of certain levels. That's it. There are no continues. That's it.
That's it.
So you and I went back and played it, Rachel, and I think we were like, this could be very frustrating if you go into it with the explicit goal of trying to win.
Right.
I did a little bit I tried to find detail about how this game was developed. It's hard to. Mm-hmm. I think because of the time period that it's in and because it is a cult classic. It didn't do great on release, but over the years, it became a fan favorite in the 90s. As Dad was saying, it's just like this mini phenomenon in certain circles where people become really, really into the game because of the way that it is played, because of the sound design,
yes,
because of the music.
Right.
It is ripe for replayability. It has a co-op version that obviously that's how we always played. I don't know if I ever played it by myself. I'm sure I did as a little kid.
I used to try when you were like, I don't want to play right now, and then I would try it by myself, and I was, no.
It's impossible. It's kind of garnered that reputation of being something that has stuck with us. Konami picked it up from LucasArts. LucasArts wanted to get into video games. They wanted to get into console gaming. So this is actually a George Lucas. I was trying to come up with get into the gaming business because that's where a lot of the money was, and we started with somebody came up to me and was like, "What about an evil tentacle?"
Yes,
that sounds like a winner right there.
You know what?
We'll
wait for that one.
Go with that.
It's on the list.
Yeah, wait for that one. That one is on the list.
That one. We will play through that.
We will play through that one.
100%.
There's certain characteristics about Zombies Ate My Neighbors that are similar to Day of the Tentacle, because in Day of the Tentacle, everything means something. Yes. In Day of the Tentacle, every item can do something. Yes. Everything means something. And if you think about it like it's a puzzle and logically, you can solve it to win Day of the Tentacle.
Yes.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors actually kind of plays the same way. Every item and every weapon that you have can be used logically.
Yes.
And if you think about it logically, or you like think about like the riddle, I should say logically, but I should say as a riddle,
Right.
you can figure out how to beat every monster.
Yeah.
There is that, I wanted people to be able to think when they're fighting their
You gotta be clever.
Draculas or Frankensteins or,
Or
whatever.
the big babies.
What have you.
Or the little babies with the
The
axes.
big babies. I said put Star Wars fans in it. There were the big babies. And then there's Jasons in it. Lots of Jasons.
Yeah.
The LucasArts team talks about this. I found an interview with one of the game developers, and he talked about how they wanted to make an arcade game because when they were kids, that was all there was. It's arcade games. Mm-hmm. So now they're like, let's make an arcade game for the console. So you get points, you have limited lives, and it just keeps going. So they intended this to be long and arduous because they were like, it should just be how far can you get?
Right.
That's the objective.
It's almost like games nowadays that have like endless mode, and it's just kind of like you play and you play and you play and you just kind of keep going to see how far you can get and how many points you can rack up. There are games like that do have endless mode, and it's usually something it creates itself. It creates the levels and it like changes them up so that it is a little bit different each time. That's fun.
Yeah.
I understand that.
They wanted to do a game. It was like the passion project of this developer. I'm going to forget his name, and I wish I could remember his name. Oh, Mike Ebert. Mike Ebert. He was the designer.
Okay.
It was like a passion project for him. He wanted to do a game that was kids fighting monsters. Period. That was the idea. And then as they started to develop, because they were like, well, what's the story? And there's like, there really isn't a story. Like, there's a story, but there isn't really a story about it. It's just, we're having fun. It's kids fighting monsters.
Right.
So they wanted to do a resource game like Day of the Tentacle with kids fighting monsters. So you collect weapons and you collect items to fight the monsters. And then it turned into zombies. And then as they were developing it, they were like, how many different homages and monsters can we get?
Yes.
So they were asking Konami and LucasArts legal team, well, we could probably get away with quite a bit if I pay off some, Universal or we get a deal going with. They said that they had an idea for at least 25 different levels. Mm-hmm. They wanted to have 25 unique levels so that people felt like if you keep going and you're like, shit, we're on level 20 and there's another new experience here.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I want to see what's going to happen next.
They said that it actually was pretty easy to build everything because it took so long for legal to get them all of the different monsters.
Oh, so they just had fun.
They just kept building levels. And that's why there's so many fucking levels.
Sure.
Because they were just like, we built another 20 levels while you're waiting to be able to know if we could use a werewolf or whatever.
Amazing.
So then they got the idea to use a double resource management system. And this is one where I did not realize that it's a thing. And I was asking you offline, Rachel, did you realize this is a thing? Where you get points for killing the monsters.
Of course.
But you get points for saving the neighbors.
Yes.
And there are at maximum 10 neighbors that you can save.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't save them, if they get attacked by the monsters, they don't come back.
I didn't know that.
Which I did not realize that. So, like, if the baby gets eaten, there are no more babies.
No more babies.
Throughout the rest of the game until you get to a certain number of points.
Okay.
And then you can get the baby back. It's called like a victim save. Like you saved the victim. So then the baby will be on the next level. So if you end up going through this thing and there are no more neighbors to save, the game is over. You cannot.
Oh, that's even
that's
crazier. That's even crazier to think about.
And maybe we knew about this.
I'm wondering if I did because I remember seeing the words when you just said it. I vividly can see victim saved or like victim save
bonus,
and like that sound.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
What does that mean?
Yes, because I never knew what that meant. Now I understand. It may have taken 20 years, but now I understand.
30 years. Yeah, that's what that means. So you have to manage the neighbors because you could, in theory, say fuck all of them. We're just going to save
Like
one.
Each time. Yeah.
And try to get as far as we can with just having to save one. But if that one gets eaten,
That's
your
it.
game is over.
Game over.
So-
Blood on the screen. That's it.
It actually allows for a couple of different things. It's interesting in that way, and there's more credit to be given there than I think actually is allowed. But there's a bunch of different weapons. There's a bunch of different, not zombies, but a bunch of different monsters. There's a bunch of different items. We'll get into all of that during the walkthrough. Nintendo was not very happy with it, Rachel, and we don't really know this because we've always played on the. Well, I say that, but. We always play on the Genesis, and Sega was notorious for what? We're edgy, we're for teenagers, we're for adults, we do not censor our games. Nintendo, to this day, is like, we're the family-friendly one.
Yes.
There was gore taken out of this.
Of course.
Genesis put some of it back in. But for the SNES, they had to take a lot of the gore out, so it was gorier. The blood that you just mentioned, this is why I brought it up. When you die, when the game is over, blood drips down the screen.
Bleeds, yeah.
Which always was creepy to me as a kid. I remember like that being an unsettling image.
Oh, it was so creepy, and I will always remember that.
Nintendo wouldn't allow that. So they made them turn it purple. So it just looks like goop on the screen. In the UK, the Jasons, as you called them, were not allowed to have chainsaws. They were turned into lumberjacks with axes.
Weird.
I don't know why that's better.
I like that as another character. I would love a lumberjack character. That sounds great.
That would be a great character.
Because it sounds very like Shining-esque almost if he comes at you with an axe. You know, that's great. But it's weird that was okay, but not the chainsaw. The sound of the chainsaw, though, on that level is scary. It's great, because you know that they're, like, right on your ass.
Yeah, no, it was nerve-wracking because of that. IGN ranked it as the 48th best Super Nintendo game. They called it incredibly fun and funny. It is the 42nd best Sega Genesis game, or ranked 42nd in the top 50 in 1994 was ranked that.
I need to see this
I know.
list.
I know. So it is remembered fondly most of the time. One thing I do want to know, and we'll talk about it later, I saw that there's a lot of successors to this, or attempted successors to this.
Okay.
Dead Rising, I've heard, is basically the people that made that game were just like, let's just make a better or a newer, more modern version of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Okay.
There's always been hints of like a movie. There's always been hints of...
Yeah, they always hint at a lot of stuff with Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but it never felt like anything went through.
And I'll get into that when I do my my verdict. I have ideas.
Oh, we love ideas. That's what we like to talk about here.
That's right. But it doesn't matter how much it might cost on eBay today. It doesn't matter how much it's fondly remembered or whether or not people at the time thought it was good. All that matters is whether or not Zombies Ate My Neighbors belongs on the shelf. Rachel, anything else before we hit the break?
Oh no, I'm ready to get straight into it. Hoo-ha. I'm trying to think of other sounds I could make, which would be funny.
That is the sound that happens when you press like you're entering the game, right? It's like hoo-ha.
Yeah, it's the evil doll sound where he goes hoo-ha, and then he's like coming after you. Yeah, it's the same as the evil doll. Yeah. I will always remember that sound.
When we come back, we will dive into Zombies Ate My Neighbors. After the break.
They're coming to your neighborhood.
You're not the pizza guy.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors! Now playing on Sega Genesis and Super NES. A 55-level feeding frenzy of time-cut creature features. Fend off bee-moving maniacs with your weed whackers, exploding soda pop, and oozy squirt gun. Save the neighbors! Or they're dead meat. Zombies Ate My Neighbors! From Konami.
And we're back with another walkthrough here at Shelf Life. This time, Zombies Ate My Neighbors
Yes.
The 16-bit game from 1993, the SNES and Sega Genesis versions by LucasArts, Konami. Rachel, we're not going to walk through all 55 levels.
We're not. I keep making that joke, but we're not doing it.
It would be impossible.
It wouldn't be impossible.
First of all,
but nobody would want that.
No,
Nobody
not even
wants
us.
That.
No, and we're people that love our 3.5 hour long podcasts, but we cannot do more than that would be 4 parts at least.
That would be silly.
And it would be impossible to do because we can't literally win this game.
Yeah.
So
maybe one day I will do it on stream or something, and we can stream it.
There you go.
And I'll play it.
There you go.
And I won't
Rachel
win
and
it there
thought
either.
about. We did play the Genesis version. We went to our parents' house, and we tried to play it. We got to like the football level. I don't know. We got to the big baby.
We had the big baby.
Killed Rachel.
Yeah, the stupid big baby killed me. Kevin was able to get Pandora's box, though. You know.
I got farther. I got like 2 levels further by myself, and then died. And we were like. Forget it. We got the idea. We got the gist. We don't have time. We don't have time to try to beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Right.
One day when I'm retired, we can try
night.
to beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yeah. No, we would have been up all week. I don't know what you're showing me.
She found it. They found it.
This just in. Breaking news from the Shelf Life news desk. The Shelf Life parents have found the manual for Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
It's fantastic.
They're faxing it over to Rachel as we speak.
Oh, this is perfect. Let me pull it up. I have it now. This is great.
Okay, well, we might as well start there. So, Rachel, please let us know what is the premise of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
You are about to have a very unusual gaming experience. This Konami game is loaded with ghouls, monsters, and zombies. Conquer 48 levels of giant ants, mad scientists, and big babies. Find the 7 bonus levels and earn points and stockpile your water pistols and other weapons. To get to the most frightening enjoyment from this Sega Genesis game, we recommend that you read this instruction manual completely before playing.
That's key. That's key. So, I was a weird little kid. I would read all the manuals because I thought that was fun. I thought that was like
fun.
I was supposed to read them, and most of the story in all of these old video games is in the manual.
Right,
and
exactly. That's why it was fun.
This one in particular, apparently, I don't remember, tells you how to defeat all the monsters. Like, if you just read the manual, you'd have a much easier time, probably.
Yes. Would you like me to keep going?
Go ahead.
C. Zombies hunting humans.
C.
C. Aliens kidnapping cheerleaders. C. Mummies maiming tourists.
C. Mummies maiming tourists. Come on, Rachel, do your best B. This is clearly inspired by B movies. Do your B movie trailer guy voice.
C. Zombies hunting humans. C. Aliens kidnapping cheerleaders. C. Mummies maiming tourists. And see it all right on your television screen in Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There are monsters, werewolves, slimy blobs, and a bushel of other hideous creatures out to capture innocent people. They're attacking your neighbors' kids, their dog, and any other human they can find. It is up to you to use any means possible to save the victims before the bad guys get them. Do you want to keep going?
Oh, that's good.
There's more.
Oh,
but wait,
continue.
there's more. Which it does say. You'll start with just a
She
squirt.
set me up for that. I don't appreciate that. Thank you.
You'll start with just a squirt gun and first aid kit, but there are lots of weapons lying around that can help you win this battle. You'll find bazookas, weed eaters, Martian bubble guns, and dreaded powerful blob-destroying ice pops. But wait, there's more! There are secret potions that can transmorgify you. Become a super beast and give the zombies a taste of their own medicine. Find the mystical Pandora's box and release smart bomb energy blasts. Take inflatable clowns to use as decoys and collect keys to open doors to discover more valuable items. You will play the game as one of 2 brave kids, Zeke or Julie. If you're playing the 2-player game, 1 player can pick each kid, but you can't have 2 Zekes or 2 Julies. If you don't like the names Zeke and Julie, you can call them by other names. Zeke, Nick and Beth, Spike and Sarah, Pat and Pat, whatever. We won't tell you what to do, but we know their names are really Zeke and Julie.
That's right.
I love that paragraph because how stupid it is.
Well, the game is very tongue-in-cheek. It's
great.
supposed to be silly.
I should have said, and Kevin and Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, that, like, yeah, we could easily have been doing that.
Yes.
I mean, you thought they were brother and sister.
I did.
So, the lore is that they are friends. They are teenage friends, Zeke and Julie.
Yes.
Zeke, you want to describe the character designs of Zeke and Julie?
Oh yeah, we could probably talk about that. That's a good point. So on the screen where you're selecting your character, it's like the biggest zoom up you're gonna get on those characters.
And it's like a film reel.
It is. It's
lay
cute.
the point home, which I never understood. I like only got that as an adult.
So you each have like a film reel. He's got 3D, the
3D
old school
on.
3D glasses on where it's blue and
50s.
red, right?
Yeah.
He's got spiky hair, yellow cheese
Bart
hair
Simpson,
standing
yeah.
up. I was even
Yeah.
thinking like, oh God, what is his name? Johnny Bravo is who popped into my
He
head.
does kind of
You
have
know
a
Johnny Bravo?
He does.
Yes, because it's got that
a
straight up
little
in
bit.
the hair. It's Johnny
I mean, this
Bravo
is supposed
hair.
to be like a mohawk spike versus Johnny Bravo's like
it's so crazy.
pompadour,
Yeah, where it's like
but yeah.
smooshed back. Yeah. But he's also like the skinny kid with a skull t-shirt on, black t-shirt, you know, Sid from Toy Story. That's what Zeke is. Then we have Julie on the other side, who's brunette, red hat. She's wearing like a tracksuit jacket, bright red, like awful makeup on. Like it's teenager makeup. But that's kind of who they are right there.
Here's how I've always pictured it in my head. And one day, I'm gonna start collecting the shelf life scripts. The things where when we have to do our own radio plays of various subjects.
Okay.
Where we're like, you know what, we need to redo this. This needs to be remade. And it's never going to be Zombies at My Neighbors is not going to be a movie. They're not going to do it. And if they do it, it's going to be terrible.
Oh, it would be
So
horrible.
it needs to be done by Shelf Life.
Yes.
Here's how I've always pictured these two characters. Whether or not they're brother and sister or they're friends, regardless. Zeke is a nerd, a movie geek.
Oh, a movie. Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's a movie geek.
Yes.
Which is why he's got the 3D glasses. He's into like B-movie schlock shit.
Oh, I love that.
He's a geek, okay? Mm-hmm. And his friend, Julie, or sister, whatever, is a tomboy. Hence the baseball hat.
Agreed.
The way that she's got the suit. She's got the sneakers. She's a tomboy. She's a badass. She's tough.
Yes.
Okay? Whether or not they're like friends now or they were friends, maybe they're antagonists to each other or something.
Oh, sure.
If I was in charge of the lore, I'm putting this out in the world right now because I either want to do it myself or I want Shelf Life to get credit for it when it's done this way.
Copyright Shelf Life. Go on.
On Hulu's, on a 6-episode Hulu miniseries.
Netflix would definitely pick us up. Let's go.
Well,
They'd take
it's
anything.
Disney Plus. It's LucasArts. So
That's
it would
true.
Be,
We could throw that in their face and be like, hey.
Netflix would have picked it up. Netflix absolutely
They
would
might
have been like,
still
yo,
try.
I
They would
need
still
12
be like,
episodes of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But maybe Hulu will do it. Zeke has a crush on the cheerleader. That's where the cheerleader character
save the
comes
cheerleader,
in.
save the world. Go on.
Maybe Julie and Zeke are friends. You know, they have
Or maybe
this
they are. She's
conflict
the
'cause,
girl
like,
next door, like literally the neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe they're going to different schools or something. They're like having like it's a super bad situation where they're not as close because Zeke is into these other girls now,
Right,
but
yeah.
he's a geek, so he's like still in the movies. The movies are the thing that kind of brings them together still because she's
like
trying
that.
to be like maybe she's trying to get into like a really good school, but she's like too tough. She's like a cat from 10 Things I Hate About You, something like that, you know?
Like that. Mm-hmm.
And then Dr. Tongue comes in. Now, this is the official lore of the Zombies Ate My Neighbors
Official
manual.
lore
Will tell
is
you
Dr. Tongue, all right?
about
Go
Dr.
on.
Tongue. Dr. Tongue allegedly is this mad scientist that exists in this world that is doing all these experiments in his basement and unleashes all the monsters, whether by accident or on purpose. It very much seems like on purpose, but for some reason, his monsters include zombies and evil dolls and chainsaw men and Draculas.
Maybe he has an obsession with B horror movies as well.
Yeah, you never know. They don't explain why Dr. Tongue does this or how this is happening. But in my movie head, he unleashes it, and then they have to go. They're the only two that's recognize something's going on, and then they have to go fight. In the reality, and what the game is telling you is that they just happen to go fight these guys. So that is what it is. That's how the game begins, and that's kind of all you need to know. Except, I guess you should know who you're trying to save and who you're trying to fight. So I think we should go through the neighbors and the monsters.
We'll go neighbors first. Who are we saving? Who's on our list?
And remember, you have to get them all, or if you don't get them, or if they get attacked by the monsters, they don't come back.
Yeah, which we haven't really said. When they get attacked by the monsters, they're killed because they turn into like a ghostly angel creature that goes, and then they float up into the air.
That noise was always interesting. Okay, the sound design, the thing that makes this game is the sound design and the music.
Yes.
And the sound design, if you played this game as a kid, will stay with you for your entire life.
Forever and ever. I will never forget any of these noises.
The noises are very, very distinct. Very much like how we talked about Doom. All their noises were like stock noises that they like manipulated. These noises stick around with you a lot. And that noise, that angel noise,
where it's
is very disturbing.
Yeah, it's yeah. It's a disturbing noise. And when you hear it, it's just, oh, son of a, because you just lost somebody.
Yeah. The different neighbors, which are all, as we said in the opening, very blasé about what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll start off with one that you mentioned, the cheerleaders, who are worth 1,000 points. It says, try to save all the cheerleaders at the football game for big points.
A specific level.
That's a very specific level that they point out.
Yeah.
Baby, worth 700 points, but can turn into big trouble at certain times. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge type of deal. Right there.
Yeah.
Attack of the 50-foot baby. Dog, worth 500 points.
Dog.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Trampoline girl, worth 300 points.
I didn't realize either. So the trampoline girl is there are trampolines at certain points in the game, and they wanted to, when they were developing the game, they wanted to make it split screen.
Yes,
so they wanted to be able
nice.
so that both characters can be anywhere on the map at any given time. They couldn't get that to work. They couldn't do it for the SNES. They tried to make it so that you felt like you were farther away from each other than you really were. Now, Rachel can attest she hates me playing this with her because she's
he
like,
will just all of a sudden turn out of nowhere, and now I'm off on the one side of the screen getting pushed, and I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck.
And that would happen all the time. Like, you would just end up on like one corner of the screen, and somebody,
Yes,
getting like eaten by a zombie. But they thought that the way to compromise with it was to make all of those like in the grocery store level, there's a bunch of like aisles.
Yes.
So you can be in two different aisles and you feel like you're further apart than you really are. Or the trampolines. So you can bounce and be on one side of a wall than the other person. The other person could do something on one side of the wall while the other one's on the other. Trampolines come in handy. And Trampoline Girl is the safest one because no monsters could get the trampoline
and the guy in the
person.
Pool. He's pretty safe. They don't like the water.
He's pretty... The zombies don't, and some of the other monsters don't, but the Loch Ness monster,
true.
the creature from the Black Lagoon does.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, Trampoline Girl is the safest.
Trampoline Girl's 100%. The safest
100%.
one. Just keep jumping on your fucking trampoline. You're fine. And apparently the rarest one, which I never thought about, but I guess it's true.
Because it has to have trampolines on the level then.
Yeah, why would there be trampolines in, like, the castle and shit? Like,
there wouldn't be.
There's no reason for it. Yeah.
So next we have the tourists, who are worth 200 points, but be careful around them after dark.
See, this is why it pays to read the manual.
It does pay! Nobody would know this otherwise. You would not know this. And the only reason we're pointing that out is when we get to the monsters, they turn into one of the monsters.
Right. And they're gone. If they turn, they're done then, too. Like if
That's
you,
fair.
you
I
have
think they
to
can
kind of
come
kill
back.
them if they come after you. But
They can.
yeah,
I think they
they're,
can
like,
come back
dumb.
as werewolves in like the other levels after that. But I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you get to see them later.
You have to like get the victim.
You have to
save.
like kill them and then do the victim save. Yeah. Barbecue guy. This obnoxious neighbor is only worth 5 points, but his barbecue feast is worth 100 points. Hint: for an energy boost, look for an extra burger lying around.
I don't ever remember seeing a burger lying around, but
I don't
that's just
either.
me probably being bad at the game.
Sure.
I know I watched a
It might be in
couple
the garbage
walkthroughs,
can or
and
something.
further along in the missions, I saw burgers lying around that people grabbed. I love the fact that the hamburgers are worth more points than the guy. I think that's a fun little touch that they put on it.
I
'cause
love
it's
that
like
they
you
call
get
him
it no
an
matter what.
obnoxious. He's the obnoxious neighbor. The inner tuber. Look for this guy in the water and get 100 points. He is
And
just
as
kind
you
of a
said,
dude.
he's safe from a lot.
Yeah.
If you ever get into trouble going in the water, on most levels, is a safe bet.
It is, yeah. Because then there's usually multiple places to get in and out, too. So you can get, like, away
Yeah.
from them. Soldier, worth 100 points, usually has weapons around, which is true. I usually always find, like, the bazooka and stuff and, like, next to him. I always remember that.
Yeah.
The explorer, worth 500 points, who looks like an archaeologist. That's what that one looks like.
Yeah, and it comes up in, like, the...
Oh, the Egypt one and stuff? When you're
Yeah,
inside, like,
yeah.
a tomb? Mm-hmm. Evil school teacher, she gives you a bad grade and 10 points. Maybe you're not spending enough time on your homework. And then it
I
says...
used to think that was a guy. I didn't realize that it was a woman. I always thought it was
Oh,
like
you
a guy
never
with like
thought
a
that
big
was a
like
woman?
beaked nose.
Oh, I always
No,
thought it was
no.
a woman. Yeah. But then it says, and I don't know if I've ever seen, the elusive son of Dr. Tongue. Find him, and you'll learn what he's worth.
The secret level son of Dr. Tongue features what is presumed to be the villain's son, a scientist-looking character who's half fly. Later in the credits stage, one of the
That's a
developers you
reference.
can talk to asks if you found Dr. Tongue's assistant, Dr. Bug. So Dr. Bug might not be Dr. Sun,
But it
I
is
don't know.
on Son of Dr. Tongue's level. Like, there's a level called Son of Dr. Tongue.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I guess if, like, he's half bug...
There are no. If you Google him, you cannot find a picture of the son of Dr. Tongue because of what this damned cult game is like. But yes. But yeah, those are the neighbors. So you have to go through each level. The objective is to catch all of these neighbors or save all of these neighbors by like walking through them, and then you get the points. And once you get all the neighbors that are on the level, a door opens up some sort of portal.
Yeah, it's like a
out of
portal
nowhere.
door. Yes, absolutely.
Who knows why? And you can walk through it, and it goes to the next level. Da 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 da. And if there are no neighbors around, if there's only one neighbor, you only have to grab one neighbor, but you want to keep as many neighbors as possible because eventually you're going to lose them, and then you can end up losing the game just by not having any neighbors to save, because that is
Right.
the point of the game. And then there's the thing that's trying to stop you, Rachel, and those are all the monsters. Now, I was going to make you tell me what, if I gave you the names of the monsters, what are they? But I think we'll just reverse that game because you've got the manual. So if you would
do.
like
I
to
don't...
say what the names are, and I will try to describe what
Did you
the
find
villain
something
is.
with more names than this? Because...
There's more?
No, I'm just asking, because it's going to be obvious. This isn't even like a game.
Well, I'll describe them anyway.
Okay. Ready?
Uh-huh.
To win this game, you will have to beat the elusive Dr. Tongue in one final battle. He has created most of these creatures in his laboratory, and once you defeat him, the world will be safe again. Or will it? I had to read it. I had to. Basic zombie.
That's the zombie. Now, the design of the zombie, I always thought was kind of clever, but it doesn't look like I don't even know how to describe him. He's like wearing a brown sweater,
Yeah.
and he looks like he's like covered in dirt, as you would expect.
Yes.
Kind of comes
These are
up
like
from the
we
ground.
came out from the ground zombies. Like, they do literally come
Yeah.
out of the ground zombies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very ashy or ashen.
They have like the
Not as
greeny
much.
face.
Not very green though. I think more green in the SNES version. I think in the Genesis version it's a little browner.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that. Or gray. I don't know. That's
They
how
have
I
gray
always
hair.
picture it.
Gray hair.
Compared to the cover art, which has the green ghoul zombies, it's not green ghoul. It's like gray brown.
Oh, sure.
That would be my thought on there. It's not your walking. It's not your Walking Dead zombie. It's a goofier looking.
It's like
zombie.
they're rotting. They're like rotting zombies. They were in the ground for
Yeah.
a while. Now they're coming up from the dead. That's what
right.
they are. Tommy the Evil Doll.
That one's pretty obvious too. Yeah, that's the evil doll. Well, because everything in this is some sort of B movie, and evil dolls
tell
are
me the
one
B
of
movie.
those.
Okay, just evil
Well, I
dolls
mean,
in
it's-
general.
It's evil dolls in general.
true. It's
I mean,
true.
I think at this time of pop culture, it'd be Chucky,
Right.
but it could be the Twilight Zone evil dolls or
Yes.
the evil
Goosebumps.
puppets. Or Goosebumps. Yeah, I mean, there's evil dolls all over the place. This one in particular has an axe.
He does. He does.
And runs
He's very
around
quick.
saying hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha.
It's true.
I don't know what that means. Hoo-ha. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
No one knows, but it's provocative.
Ask us more about this hoo-ha. What is hoo-ha? Let's go with the pod plant.
All right, so the pod plant, I always thought was setting you up for an invasion of the body snatchers.
feels
because there
that
are
way.
a couple of levels. There are a couple of levels
Yes.
where there are pods that open, and there's a bunch of like Zeke and Julie's running around
Yes.
like trying to capture you or whatever. But I don't think that's what the pod plant is. It's got to be what it's doing.
It's got to be what it's
The pod
doing.
plant is this. It's this big red amorphous blob-looking thing.
Yeah, it's like
it looks like
a plant pod.
It looks like the Fraggle Rock dumpster, the Fraggle Rock garbage pile, but red. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hold on. Oh yeah. I can see it. I could see it. I understand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of, a little bit. I mean, it looks like a pod. It looks like a plant pod that's like a giant thing that opened, right?
Marjorie the trash heap.
I don't think they want it to be like an Audrey 2, but it's because it's not going to eat you, so it's not a man-eating plant, but
It's
it
not
is like a
eating you.
pod that like spits stuff out.
It spits stuff out. It spits
Yes.
this red stuff out, and then in some of the levels,
And
I
it's
think
like
it is
weeds
making
with
those pods.
spikes, right?
And it has
with
weeds.
spikes.
Yeah. And there's weeds all over the place wherever you see one of these things, and they'll hurt you if you like step on them. So you have to get a weed whacker to make paths to get away from them. But all these red weeds are there. That's the pod monster. What did you call him?
The pod plant.
The pod plant. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm glad that you agreed about Marjorie the trash heap looking like.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Like if she was more plant-like, I kind of see it.
Yeah.
I understand where
Yeah.
you were coming from.
That shape. It's that shape.
Yeah.
And it always looks like it's wearing a necklace. So I
It
always
does look
give
like
it
it's wearing a
the-
necklace.
Yeah.
It's a very fancy pod plant, all right?
Stylish.
Stanley Decker.
Okay. I noticed.
Would you like me
this
to say
too. I
the
did
rest
see the-
of it, or do
no,
you want me to just say
no,
Stanley
I'm gonna try to
Decker?
remember what this is because there's a couple of them that have very specific names,
Yes.
and I think this is the chainsaw guy.
It is. The
'Cause
chainsaw
of Decker.
maniac. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a combination of Jason Voorhees and Leatherface because he's wearing a hockey mask. He's built like Jason, but he
he's
walks around with a
built.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
He's a big fat guy.
He's not a big fat guy. He's like a muscle guy. Like he's got his tank
He's
top
built
on.
like the
and-
Kingpin. He's
He's a
built like
big
Jason.
dude. Yeah, you're right. He's just a big dude.
These guys are impossible to take down too.
They spin.
And as kids, you'd be like terrified because they like would be cutting through hedges and stuff coming after you.
You hear like the thing revving up, and all of a sudden you see one popping off the screen because they're like, "Oh, we know you're there," and it's like, "Oh my god, we have to find a way away from this guy or drop a clown." Drop the clown to his ha 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 ha, and they just run straight to it and just sit and spin for a while so you can try to get away.
Yeah, this clown's kind of handy.
That's what they do. They go, ha,
Anyway.
ha, ha, ha,
Yeah, no, I remember. I know. I know the ha-ha-has.
The clown always reminds me of the clown from Day of the Tentacle as well. Are you looking at me, clown?
Oh, okay. It's like clown from Day of the
I'm
Tentacle.
going to ask you again. And then he's... Anyways. Mummy Dearest.
Is that the mummy, Rachel?
Maybe.
Yeah, there are some levels where you're in pyramids for some
Yes.
reason. And there are mummies, because they need to get mummies in the game.
Which is fair.
Which
you gotta get the
they
mummy.
feel like they should be harder to take down, but they're not.
They're
They're just
bad.
slightly harder than zombies.
Yes. Which
Which
in
I
all
guess makes
fairness,
sense.
a mummy is a zombie.
That's right.
It's a cursed zombie.
They're just decorated.
Yes. And they probably
It's a
have
good way
less
to think about
parts
it.
inside of them too, because they got all of that taken out.
They got crap pulled out of them.
You just
That's right.
get up there and swirl it
They
around a little
scooped
bit.
it out. They spill it out all through the nose.
Okay, this one's gonna be really hard.
Okay.
The werewolves. Yeah.
Yeah, those are werewolves.
Right.
I don't know. As kids,
And they
I don't
were
remember
the tourists originally. But go on.
They could have been the tourists. Yeah, I don't remember them a lot as kids fighting the werewolves. I feel like, and even when we played,
I
did our
feel like
little,
we may
play,
have gotten there a couple of times, but
Yeah, like we got there. Like I got to the level with the werewolves, and I was like, I just don't remember ever being able to get to this point. But I bet the big baby stopped us a lot.
oh sure.
Because I don't remember getting to the football game a lot
No.
either, and that's
No.
not that far into the game.
Part of me wonders if we did get there sometimes and we had gotten the tourists killed, so we couldn't get the werewolves.
But
is that
the
even a
tourists
thing?
turn into werewolves.
Exactly. at
There
night.
are still werewolves. Like
That's
that,
true.
I think
I
that they're
guess
not.
that's true.
They just happen to become werewolves.
I like to think that the werewolves are only the tourists.
Also, that's a fine headcanon, Rachel.
There's just gonna be 2 werewolves on that level, all right, and it's the tourists. Okay, we have 2 more.
Okay, these are the main ones.
Yeah, Vlad Belmont.
Well, that is Dracula.
It's the
He's
vampire.
a sexy Dracula. I don't know what kind of Dracula I am. I just know that I'm a sexy Dracula. I have a question about Vlad Belmont, Rachel.
All right, tell me, ask me. I have no
So,
answers.
is he a co-conspirator with Dr. Tongue?
Oh, good
Or
question.
is he a creation
Good
of Dr.
question.
Tongue?
It's a good question.
Thank you. I pride myself
Typically-
on my questions.
Yeah, typically, I would think Vlad is his own being. Maybe what happened. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I got.
Okay.
Dr. Tongue found Vlad. He found his coffin that was buried or something, right? It was inside of a tomb, and he unearthed him and opened it and like released Vlad into the world. This is what I'm thinking. So now he's become like a co-conspirator in a way.
Okay.
I don't think he was created by Dr. Tongue,
Okay.
but
I'm
I
good with
think
that.
he was unleashed by Dr. Tongue.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things have been, if they're not created by him, they've been unleashed by Dr. Tongue.
Yes.
That I agree with. I agree with. I can see that. Okay. That's
All right.
fair.
And our final monster, Gil. Oh, I'm sorry, Gilman. Not Gil from...
The Simpsons?
No, not Gil from Kim Possible. Gilman of the
Oh.
Blue Lagoon.
Oh, okay.
Did we
I
not
like
watch that
how,
episode? Did we not do that one?
No, we did. We didn't do
Gil.
it, but I watched it. Yeah,
Gil.
I watched it. Yeah.
The camping one is one of the better ones. It's great. It's classic.
I thought you were doing classic. I thought you were doing old Gil from The Simpsons, old Gil.
No, I was thinking of... Because his name is Gil in Kim Possible, and his name is
I got it.
Gil
It took
in
me
the
a second.
game.
Gilman of the Blue Lagoon, a.k.a. Brooke Shards.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
Brooke Shields was
Oh.
in Blue Lagoon.
Ah,
yeah,
interesting.
that's a bad joke.
That's a
that
horrible
one's a bad joke.
Yeah.
And that one I don't remember a lot
It's the
either
swamp
because
thing. Yeah.
it's the creature from the Black Lagoon, and they would
Right.
like come out. They could go in the water, and then come out and attack you.
Yes.
So that's the one where if you go in the water and it's
I
a
do
level where
remember
they're on it.
those. I remember that guy. That guy was creepy.
There's 2 more in the book here.
Okay. What do you have for me?
The Mushroom Men which I always associate with the pod plant.
Yes, I also associate those with the pod plant.
I
Are those
think
the
they just go
aliens?
hand in
Are they
hand.
aliens?
I think that this book are the ones that are conspiring with Dr. Tongue in particular, because the
Okay.
Martians are not on this
Right.
list. I think that the pod plant and the mushroom, I think the mushroom men is some sort of Dr. Tongue creation. I
Okay.
think that is safe to say.
It's just a bunch of toads and toadettes running around.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, we're going to kill you. Oh. I'd enjoy that. I'm going to eat your brains. Oh, or whatever, etc. Toad.
Oh my god.
Fucking Toad. And then the jelly blob, which is just the blob.
The amorphous blob.
There's the hang on, let me tap my notes here for the amorphous blob. Thank you. Yes. Hello.
Oh my god.
Because of the blob. So
Yes,
the
the
amorphous
blob.
blob is in here. Now the instructions are missing some of these. The instructions are missing. There is a Day of the Tentacle. Purple is in the game somewhere.
Is he really? See, I didn't
Yes.
know that.
But
love
I think it's like
Purple
a hidden
Tentacle.
level
Okay.
where he shows up and you have to kill him. There are giant ants.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Wait, I remember the giant ants. Yes.
Yeah, because
okay.
they dig out of the ground and then they can
Right.
crawl over the walls.
Yes.
There are
And it
Martians.
felt very like Honey and We Shrunk Ourselves-ish, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because there's a movie called Them. Mm-hmm. I think. Is it Them? And it's about giant ants.
Yes.
So that's where that one's coming
Okay.
from.
Okay.
Martians, which look very much like the Mars Attacks
Mars Attacks Martians. Mm-hmm.
And they have a UFO that like takes up like half the screen, and like I think they're
Oh my
trying
god,
to
I
abduct
hate
you.
it.
I think that's when you get like
that's gotta be what
sucked
that is. Yes,
in?
I agree
Okay.
that it has to be when they abduct you is when that just comes on the screen. You have to like avoid it.
What are they called? They're called like snake somethings.
Oh, are
They're
you talking
Tremors
about the
monsters.
Tremor monsters? Yes, you're talking about the worms,
Yeah,
the ground worms.
I'm trying to find what the name of those are.
There's a wait. If I get the list of the levels, it's one of the levels is named after them. Is it the Snakeids?
Yes,
Snakeids.
yes,
Because one of them
Yeah.
is Invasion of the Snakeids.
yeah, and they're the dune worms that crawl out of the ground, or the tremor monsters.
Yes.
If you can master them, and if you can domesticate them, then you will become. What do they call them in the Dune?
A worm rider? I don't know. The father of worms? I don't know.
I think they do call them worm riders. Do you would like to become a worm rider? We call them Shahai Haluds. Or whatever the fuck they do.
worm rider.
I would love. All right, that's another one. Folks at home, write this down for the script for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. In like in Beetlejuice or Dune.
Oh, yes.
Zeke or Julie has to ride one of
Ride
these
the
fucking
worm
things
to glory to
at
fight
one
the
part
baby,
of
the giant baby.
Yes,
It eats
at
the giant
one point
baby.
they have to ride the worm monster. 100%. Stamp that shit down.
There it is. We got it.
I think that's most of the enemies. They all kind of work sort of like some of them work more like there's a Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
That works like a mini boss
Mm-hmm.
in the last level. It's literally Frankenstein. Dr. Tongue like starts him up and he moves around. I would call the giant baby a mini boss or a boss, really.
I would think so.
And-
I agree.
I would say that some of these levels are more like for the bosses. Your Tremors monsters, the Martian, the football one with the Martians is like a mini boss level. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where it is more than like there being bosses. It's like some of these levels are just like kind of boss levels, and then you move on to the next thing. That's the way I think about it anyway. And you need to kill these guys, Rachel, which means that you need weapons. So we got our list of weapons.
Your remedied weapon will be displayed below the life bar. I guess I don't have to read this. This isn't fun. It doesn't say anything fun. Never mind. All right, so You start off
It is
with...
important though to understand that the game works like an arcade game, so you have a life bar.
Would you like me to explain? Would you like to talk about the screen
No, not
first?
not
Or is
in
gonna
that.
be later.
Oh no, you're right. Let's talk about the weapons.
Do you want to talk about the weapons first? Because we're kind of just going through each piece, and then we go okay, here's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You have a squirt gun. It's a squirt gun. Like it shoots water. Your starting weapon is good for beating the average ghoul. Refills are easy to find.
It's the one that you start off with. I always thought it was clever that you have a squirt gun, and that like water defeats.
Yeah,
them.
I like that. It's weird, but I like it.
It's a little different.
You know, it's like signs in that, and they must have gotten it from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, where
very
the aliens
possible that
don't
Shyamalan
like water.
did. It's very possible.
It's true.
The noise. This is where the noises become a factor in your nostalgia for the game, because that like as you shoot
the squirty
squirt
sound.
gun. Initially, when you kill a zombie with a squirt gun too, it goes like and like crumbles back to the ground. Mm-hmm. That's also very good. So the squirt gun, classic weapon.
Part of me always wondered if the squirt guns were full of holy water, and that's what it was.
Yes, that's what I've always kind of thought about too.
Where it was just like,
because
banish
they work
this evil
on...
with the holy water.
Yeah. I like that idea. I know that that's probably not canon, but it makes
feels
sense.
Right. Yeah. So like in the movie, they have to get it.
Yes.
It has to be blessed.
It has to be blessed.
Defeat the evils that are rising up from the earth.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, or just go get a 6-pack, because the next one is soda pop cans. These work like hand grenades. They explode on impact and eliminate most low-powered monsters in one shot. Great against evil dolls.
Yeah, I don't think we ever really used them, but that I guess that because they're longer range, so you can shoot them from a distance. And the evil dolls sometimes turn into little fire monsters.
Oh my god.
So like it would take them out too that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the soda cans. Throw the soda cans.
Next up we have bazooka, very powerful. Use it to blow holes through cracked walls and weak spots in hedges. Good against chainsaw maniacs. Did know that. I
will note that I got a bonus the last time when we played going through the first chainsaw level, because I never shot a bazooka, so I got a bonus.
I was the one who had to shoot the bazooka. Thank you.
Well, because there are ways around it. You can make them but I think that the bazooka is like a weapon that people use a lot to be able to get through the walls or get through the doors and shit. If you're like in a panic to try to get to a neighbor before they get eaten. Yeah.
The fire extinguisher freezes monsters. A long blast for long freeze or a short blast for a quick freeze. This is one of the only 2 weapons that are effective against the jelly blobs. Ice pops also work.
Because they'll freeze them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
If you think about what you're attacking, there's a weapon to stop it. So
yes.
Like the jelly blob, it's like the blob. You have to freeze the blob. So find a fire extinguisher or the icicles. Icy pops, whatever.
The weed eater, or as I think I always called the weed whacker, but I mean either way.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Cuts through weeds and monsters.
I always hated the noise it made though.
You didn't
always
like
hated that sound effect. Not a fan. Yeah. It was always annoying. It was always like too much.
It's like a razor almost.
Yeah.
The ancient artifact. This talisman.
Which is a crucifix.
It is. This talisman will produce a spinning fire that protects you and destroys the monsters and touches. And it goes, oh. Like has a little shine with it. Yeah.
And it works against werewolves and vampires.
And Frankenstein's apparently as well.
Does it work against Frankenstein as well? I guess we never got to that point.
This guy, okay, so if you don't understand what I'm talking about when I say this guy, I opened up an old school walkthrough that I used to use. Like, these people, I always loved their walkthroughs when we were younger. It's with like the ASCII codes with like the title and everything, and it's like an old walkthrough.
It's from like the 90s. Okay,
yes. She's
got like an ASCII walkthrough from the 90s.
This guy's got everything in it. It's great.
If you're out there, sir, thank you. I
handy.
guess.
Does he have his username in it? Sometimes they would do that.
Loves to spooge 69.
He's got his full name in there. I'm not gonna say it.
It's Doctor.
Here we go. The Big Blue. Thank you so much. This is helpful. I wonder if his email still works. I should email him, and then
you're
I can,
looking at a different one than I am.
Then
I'm looking at one from 2005. The guy's
Mine's from 2001.
AOL address.
This guy's got I think the same idea. Yeah. I kind of want to know if it still works. I'm going to send him an email from Shelf Life and say, thanks for the walkthrough. We're doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
There you go.
Silverware. An excellent weapon when you come across a werewolf or two. Because it's silver. Get it?
I would not have thought about that, but it makes perfect sense to throw silverware at the werewolves.
Yes.
That's so clever.
It's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Plates. Effective if you have nothing else.
Now I read in or watched a review where people were saying that when you get to the end, Dr. Tongue's head is actually really susceptible to plates for some reason.
Interesting.
So it'll reward you if you keep the plates and you're like, I don't know what the fuck to do with these. So if that's all you've got, it actually works.
That makes me
I think that's
really
another
happy.
joke. I think that's another joke of the game.
I enjoy that a lot. I like this game even more now. Just from talking about it. Just so dumb. Martian bubble gun captures the target in a temporary bubble. Try it on the ants.
Yeah, I don't know why it always worked on the ants. I
guess because it would put them in a bubble and it would just stop them from moving.
But I remember that we looked it up then
I
on
think we
the
did.
90s internet to figure out how to
did.
stop the ants, and it was the Martian bubble gun.
Tomatoes, not as good as plates, but Martians hate them. That's fair.
Which
you don't want to get tomatoes thrown at you, that's not fun.
I'm surprised that they didn't have an Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, in this.
Oh,
game.
that would have been great. Now you're using the tomatoes, and now they become giant and sentient, and they start attacking you.
Yeah, a one level where you're attacked by the killer tomatoes.
I like that. That would have been great.
Could have happened. Mm-hmm.
It could have. Ice pops. It's popsicle. These can kill the jelly blobs when you toss them from a short distance. Mm-hmm. And then the football. Throw it deep to get the football players off your back.
Yeah. I watched a walkthrough where someone was using it to kill the snakeoids.
Oh, interesting.
They were just throwing footballs at the snakeoids.
That's amazing.
I don't know if it was effective or not, but that was their strategy.
It's not effective at all. It's just them throwing it, nothing's
happening. I just love that you could end up at the end with all these fucking footballs and just be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these footballs?
I guess you just throw them at a giant head. That's what you're going to do. All right, we have special items as well. Did you want me to go through the special items?
Yeah, sure. Before you go through the special items, there are a couple that you didn't talk about.
Oh, okay. These are the ones I'm seeing in the manual, so if I'm missing anything, you're going to have them.
Or
my big blue over here.
On the SNES only the SNES is there a flamethrower, and it's supposed to be super... It's like getting the BFG in Doom.
Oh, fair.
But it's only in the SNES version, and apparently it's really fun to have. And then the Pandora's box.
Yes.
Which you can
I think that's more of an item, but yes.
Would you say so?
Yes.
It kills everything, though. That is the BFG of the game, where it, opens up and it goes, "Da!" And if you, get enough... If you only... It actually hurts the baby. It takes a couple of Pandora's boxes, but...
It does.
Everything else kind of... It'll, kill everything around you. I think that covers all the weapons. Okay, now you can talk about the items, but I hear you where the Pandora's box.
I would count that more.
It might come up in the
myself.
item. Does it come up on the item side or the weapon side?
It does. It comes up in the items.
Okay. Well, then my apologies.
Because it says some items destroy monsters, some give you special powers, and some are unpredictable. So we have keys to open doors. That's it. All right, they open doors. It's a key.
Like every other game.
I didn't know if that
90s.
would be. I wanted to make sure you understood that. Mm-hmm. Skeleton keys open skull doors. They're for
and you
specifically
need
those.
them. You need to have skeleton keys to win the game. Apparently.
Oh wow. Oh, that's frustrating.
Because the later levels only have skeleton doors because you're in Dr. Tongue's castle.
Oh, of course. Monster potion. It's in the red bottle. Become a purple beast with an attitude and bash through walls, doors, and monsters. You are invincible until the potion wears off.
I always thought that was like a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
It feels
like some
that
sort
way.
of that's like a potion that
Absolutely.
that Dr. Tongue was working
I'm
on,
gonna
and
drink
you
my
become like this
potion.
big purple Hulk. But instead, you're like the Abomination, but
Yeah.
you're purple.
Right. You're like a
And-
big hairy beast.
You think he's hairy? See,
I
I
thought
always
it was
thought it was
hairy.
like. I always thought it was like a dinosaur, like
That was a
scaly.
dinosaur? Is it scaly?
I mean, it's in 16-bit. It's not exactly.
Well, okay, sure, but I think when I would drink it, because I was always Julie, it ends up keeping the red baseball cap, and it has
does, which is
fur
always
down the
fun.
spine, like it has the hair goes down the spine. So I think that's why I
Does
think
it?
they're hairy. Yeah,
I always thought those were spikes. That's why I always thought it was more like the Abomination.
but maybe it is more like spikes. But I don't know. In my head, I always thought it was like her hair becoming like the fur on down the back, like
There's
spike
some-
or stripe.
Some fan art draws it more looking like
Almost like a hedgehog.
werewolf. Yeah, than anything. So who knows?
Oh, and then if you look, it's like it looks like it's got hairy arms. I don't know. Maybe.
So maybe okay,
Maybe it's a mix of that.
I'll allow it.
I don't know, that the one art looks like it is from Altered Beast, and it's like when they do the werewolf change the
Yes.
and they change and they power up. Anyways, Ghost Kid potion, the blue bottle. Turn into a specter and roam freely. You can't be hurt, but you can't shoot any monsters either.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a random potion with a question mark on the bottle. There's no way to know what effect the potion will have. It could restore your health, give you a speed boost, cause damage, or turn you into a purple beast. There are other effects that you have to discover on your own, but will warn you that if you turn green, you turn mean.
Yeah, there is one where you can become like a zombie. It like zombifies you.
Mm-hmm. The speed shoes, the TK 3000 cross trainers, which is Transylvania Nights.
Oh, excellent. Oh, okay.
Are great for sprinting
specific.
around the hood. The effect is temporary but cool.
That's the one where Rachel would always get pissed off because
He would get so fast, and then I couldn't keep up, and then I would be behind a wall, and I'm like, just let me die. Because he's just zoom gone.
that's your problem.
Decoys. These inflatable punching clowns attract monsters and draw attention away from you. Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
I'm just doing it. It's not in the manual, but I feel like it should be. Pandora's Box. The golden chest releases energy blasts when used. They seek and destroy those nocturnal terrors chasing you. So there's the actual description of the box. And then
Okay.
the first aid kit. Use it to restore your life bar to full
Sure.
force.
You're asking, are there any others?
Yeah, are there any other ones for this that may not have been like on here? Oh, I guess so. My guy is saying there's the gold coins, of course, and bills, so like money and stuff.
I don't remember there being money.
I don't remember that either.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah,
I
there
guess it's
are.
just like
There's those coins. They look like Rice Krispie squares.
Oh yes,
but they're
okay.
coins. And then the bills just look like green rectangles.
Right. The 1-up box, which gives you an extra life, and then there's the
Yeah.
question
Good luck
box.
finding them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or if you
Again, good
open
luck finding
something
them.
and then just a ghoul pops out and scares
Yes.
you and hurts you, which is
is a
always
pain in the
obnoxious.
ass. Always fucking sucks.
Every time. What a waste of a key.
That's everything in the game, really. So then you begin, and as we've said, when you begin, so the game comes up, and I'm used to these old 90s games, these Genesis games.
Yeah.
Where a lot of them you could be like, okay, let me go into options, let me pick the difficulty setting, let me pick how many continues I might have, how many lives we're going to start with, all that kind of thing. Not with zombies.
No.
You
Good
have
luck.
no chance. You have this is the game.
This is it.
Take it or fucking leave it. This is how it is. But there are passwords, as Rachel alluded to, where if you get like every 5-6 levels, you get a password.
Yes.
And there's even a spot in the manual to write your passwords down.
Yes, as you get
So
so you can collect them.
If you lose the game at any point, you can put the password in, and it'll start you at that level.
Now
that
you won't
got
have
the
your
password on.
points, you won't have your items, but
You
you'll
don't have
your
any
3
items.
lives. You have your 3
Don't
lives
have any
again.
points. That could be an issue, because if you
Yes.
lose the game at level 40,
Uh-huh.
and you go back to level 40 with the password, and you don't have all those items that you've collected along the way, you might not make it through. Like, you
Right.
might have to start way earlier than
Absolutely.
that. So it is a catch-22, but it was a way to allow people to start later when there are no save options, which is a concept that I can't imagine most people under 30 understand at all.
That's probably true. Let us know. Do you understand that concept of not having the ability to save?
You just got to play it. See how far you get. You pick your characters, so one player can play as Zeke, one player can play as Julie, and when you press start, it goes, hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! I guess we have to talk about the maps.
The maps that are like movies, because it's always like, rescue the neighbors in level 1.
Yes, they make it seem like it is a movie by they're like, you know, Zeke and Julie or you star in.
Yes.
You know, rescue the neighbors in level 1 zombie panic.
Right.
Is how it starts. So it very much it's a love letter to all of the horror genre. It just kind of begins like you are walking around this neighborhood where zombies are attacking, and you have to save the neighbors before the zombies eat them. And the neighbors are very blasé. They act like, or they
don't even know
are
what's
not
happening.
aware
They don't even
that
know what's
something is
happening.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going
They're
on.
not trying to get away. They're just standing, minding
living
their
their
own
lives.
damn business.
And you go around trying to save them all, and like we said, once you rescue all the neighbors, the portal door opens up, you step in it, it goes doodle 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 doodle. The way that the maps are all made is that it's a bird's eye view.
It's kind of like, yeah, you're like a bird's eye.
Not perfectly
kind
bird's
of from
eye,
an
like
angle.
slightly angled.
Like it's on a hill and you're looking at it that way.
Yeah. It's not quite bird's eye, but it's close. And then you don't like there's
It's not a
clearly
side
rooms.
scroller. You can go any direction.
Yeah, it's not a side scroller. It's all 4 directions.
It's like playing The
And-
Sims with the walls where you can see
Yes,
the walls up,
where you
but
can
you
see
can
the
see
walls
through
down.
the roof.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes it always look weird. Makes everything look like it's a trailer.
Which
makes all the
it could
houses look like
be.
trailers.
Some of them do look like they are, like they're supposed to be.
Some of them are small enough that they could be, but
Yeah.
like
Others,
there's a lot of libraries in these.
None of these buildings look like they're finished because of the way it looks. It just looks like they
Yeah.
were starting to be built.
Which you don't really think about when you're
No.
playing it, but when you like go back and look and you're like, what is this?
Yeah,
What
now
am
I'm
I in?
analyzing it. What am I looking at?
But that's one of the areas, and you go back to the different neighborhoods often.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's at night, sometimes it's during the day,
Mm-hmm.
but that's usually like one of the places you go.
Right. Do you want me to get the names, the list of the names? Because I have the names. Terror in Aisle 5.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Or what's the other one? It's like the same chopping mall. Like either way, you want to call it
Yes,
that.
they do have a level called Chopping Mall.
I had to do that one just because I like chopping mall.
The Chopping Mall robots are not in this game.
They
you know,
aren't, unfortunately.
disclaimer: Chopping Mall robots are not in this game. But yeah, there is a level where you go through a mall.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a grocery store within the mall. That's where you end up with the little evil dolls.
The evil dolls, the
are always in the
hoo-ha
shopping
with their
malls.
little axes.
The little axes. You were always afraid of those, Rachel.
I don't like dolls that move. I don't want
no,
that.
terrified of that concept.
Horrifying.
Horrifying.
I mean, look, they might not be hard to like beat, but at the same time, they're small and you wouldn't like expect it. It's still creepy. I don't like it.
That's a fun area because you got
is.
the you have the escalators and you can go up and down the wrong escalator and it like slows you down so you're like being caught. That's where you get a lot of the
Go in the back rooms.
clowns.
Yes. Different shopping, like
Yeah,
there's
like
different stores.
there's toy stores. That's where the evil
Chuckies
dolls
are.
are, but there's also grocery stores, and then like there's like meat
clothing, I
lockers
think.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, the meat lockers.
There's a clothing store. Yeah, there is the hedge maze.
The chainsaw
levels.
hedge maze mayhem. Yes.
That's the first one. I mean, there are
There's
other
many.
ones too. I'm trying to look through and see if like there are which some of the other ones that I know are like hedge maze. I was a
see the
chainsaw
mushroom
maniac.
one. Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
I don't know if that one's hedge maze. That one might be somewhere else, but it's definitely a chainsaw level. Mm-hmm. Day of the Chainsaw, that one's a hedge maze one.
Right.
That one's like level 46 or something. That's like near the end. But the chainsaw level, that's when Dirk Diggler, or what was the name of your guy?
Dirk Diggler. Stanley Decker.
Stanley Decker, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's because of Stanley and Decker are names of tools. Mm-hmm. And he wields a chainsaw.
That's right.
Clearly where they got that name.
Thank you.
I remember you being like,
I would panic.
This is where you would get the most anxiety.
I'd start panicking. Panic. I'm sorry. I would panic.
That's one of those distinct sounds too, where it's that.
It would make me panic. Yes. And then when they would chainsaw through stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, they're coming closer. What do we do?
So that one I almost think is like one of the first mini bosses, is having to fight the chainsaw guy.
Mm-hmm. I would panic and throw clowns everywhere. That's what would happen.
Clowns everywhere and bazookas,
Everywhere.
if you could find enough bazookas. Yes. Rachel's go-to always was the clowns. Like, distract them with clowns.
But you distract them, you can get away and get the good guys and get through the door. That's all I needed to do was get the neighbor, get through the door.
Weird Kids on the Block is a level where that's the doppelganger level.
That's the doppelganger.
The pod level.
Yes.
I think that happens a couple of times in the game too. I like that level though. I like when
it is fun.
You have to like just fight the pod people.
Right.
It's a fun little thing. The pyramids.
The Pyramid of Fear. You know,
I could not.
Very random. How did we get teleported into a pyramid all of a sudden, I suppose?
Why there are suddenly pyramids?
I mean, maybe it is all about the portals, because like that starting screen is like the hypnotizing like spiral that just kind of goes around the screen. So maybe it is all going through the portals, and then you have to like go to different worlds to save your neighbors.
If you wanted to headcanon it where somehow you have some sort of Dr. Tongue technology that allows you
like
to
weird Ed Edison
go from
technology.
portal to portal.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I mean, you're fighting fucking monsters. Like you can allow for this to be a thing. One of the things about the gameplay we haven't talked about, one, it's fast. You move around this fucking screen.
Yeah, you do.
It's very, very quick. And that was by design. They wanted it to be fast moving, fast paced. Some of the games, and we've talked about it when we talked about like Sonic, the Genesis in particular's goal was like Mario is too slow. It needs to be faster than Mario. And that's the whole concept of Sonic being fast.
Yes.
But something like this is supposed to harken back to like, no, you've got to fucking move. Like everything is coming at you. And like some of these zombies are faster than other zombies and will like run after you. You have to be quick about it.
You have to be quick. And you got to think about it this way too. Whatever your health is at the end of that level, it doesn't go back up. It's whatever it was. Go back up. It's whatever it was. That's what it's going to be in the next level.
And you have to be quick about making decisions about going around corners and stuff.
Absolutely.
Too. Like it's always like a mad dash, it always feels like. But one of the things that we found annoying, because we were trying to figure out how to replay the game when we were playing it.
Yes.
Is shooting.
Oh my god.
For one.
Yes.
It's very difficult to aim. You have to be,
gotta be
very
like line
precise.
Of sight perfect. Uh-huh.
Like comparing it to like Doom from the same year, where it's like you just shoot and it like hits anything that's on.
It's at least
there's not it's not a real 3D plane.
The hitbox is very wide in Doom. Yes.
This is like if you are not lined up in the same row and column in this grid, you will not hit that fucking thing.
Yep.
You have to be precisely there. And it like actually pays off to stop and shoot.
Yes.
Compared to...
You don't want to run and shoot most of the time.
Although most of the time you end up doing that because you're like in a panic, so you do.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
But it does pay to like stop and shoot. I always thought. Trying to change your weapons.
Worst.
Or change your items.
It's the worst.
Is a
nightmare
in the ass.
Horrible.
It is awful.
Because you get 3 buttons. And you have to use
3 buttons.
2 of them at the same time. And it's the most awkward thing.
The weapon or the item. And because we're old, we were pressing it and hitting one before the other And suddenly here comes the fucking clown when you're trying to get to the medical kit or whatever.
Yes. Or I would change my weapon and not the item, and I would get so frustrated, or vice versa, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to change.
And they let you decide what you want A, B, and C to be, but that doesn't matter.
doesn't
You
help.
still have to press 2 to change.
Yeah. And it ends up being a little awkward.
That's frustrating. I feel like in an emulator nowadays, you could probably figure out how to fix that.
Right.
And or I'm asking someone to remake this game with my lore in it and make it like very of not our time, and then you can change your items and weapons
Yes.
a lot easier.
Yeah. Also, let me use a
We have
joystick.
like 12 buttons on these fucking
Please.
controllers.
Please give me a joystick or something. Sometimes the directional keys can just be a little sloppy. It's fine. I get used to it over time, but for some reason...
There are some games where I prefer the directional buttons. I'm trying to think of what those are. Do you remember that? There was like one game in particular I'm thinking of where I would always use the directional buttons.
I like the directional buttons on like
and you and my
Streets
friends
of
would always
Rage,
be like, what the fuck are you doing?
because like I can do like the special moves when I would use the directional. So like that was like a no-brainer for me with the directional
what?
buttons. Like Streets of Rage, like that was fine. I didn't mind that because of
Well,
how
I'm thinking about games N64 and older where there was a joystick.
I'm thinking
There was, like,
it was
a
something
couple.
on the Nintendo 64 where you would use the side instead of the joystick in the
Instead of the
middle.
joystick, and people would be like, "What? Why are you doing that?" But I don't remember. Anyway, I guess you would have to use a joystick nowadays. So
I mean, you
that's
don't
fine.
have to.
Well,
Some
I'm asking for like
WASD also works, but it's
I'm
just,
asking
it's just
for
sometimes that's like just too flat.
I want a this generation Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So it would be a 3D world.
Ah, yes.
3D person. You're running around.
You
but
want it
it's
from
got
first
the
person shooter or
graphics
third
of today.
person? Something
no,
like that.
third person.
Third person
I want
shooter.
third person.
Okay.
I want first
but
person
from
shooter.
behind them, so like you're actually
Yeah,
from
like
their
today's.
perspective.
Yes.
Yes,
And it
well,
could
I'm
be
just
split
asking.
screen or whatever.
Some
Yeah.
games still look like this. People make games like
No,
this.
I want a this year version, this generation version of this. I want 8K graphics with like voice acting and cinematic cutscenes, okay?
Thank you.
I don't want fucking retro game. I've got that. It's here. Give me a different version.
Yeah. No,
God damn it.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, what were we saying? Oh yeah, so the buttons are extremely difficult to play with. And if you're not a gamer, like I am not a gamer. I do not play video games that often. If I do, I'm building a fucking city or a zoo or something. I'm not playing a game like this anymore. I just don't have time. So
I'm more of a PC gamer, but I do like the games on console as well. It's just
trying to get back into that groove of being able to press the buttons at the same time.
sure.
Fucking sucked. I think we got it eventually,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
was just like, okay, I let off another fucking bazooka. Now I'm drinking the potion. I didn't want to do that.
Great,
I was
I'm
just
the
trying to get to
monster.
my
That's
health.
what was happening to me when we were playing the other night. It was
Yeah,
me
you kept turning into the
I-
fucking monster.
I was so frustrated.
wasting our monsters.
I know. Well, at least we had it when we had the baby, so that worked. Just sit
Speaking
and punch
of,
the baby.
you get to the level with the baby, the Titanic toddler, who to me is as much of like a boss as you get in the game is the giant baby.
Yes.
Who spazzes out. It's like a Attack of the 50-foot toddler or something like that. And it squirts milk at you.
Yep. And it'll
it
run
steps-
when you're over. Yes.
Yeah, runs you over.
And it's
It is
fast.
it's very
It's
fast.
the spastic baby. The way
And he
it's
goes,
moving around.
uh-oh.
Yes.
He's very hard to kill.
He's got a
Very hard.
because you don't get.
You can use
You don't
Pandora's
know-
box on him.
Oh yeah, you can. But you don't know what their health bar looks like. So you don't. You
Yes,
have
you have
your
no
health
idea.
bar, but you have no idea how much it's going to take to kill them.
That level is very difficult. And there are a couple of cheerleaders to save. There's a couple of babies to save.
And one of them is behind
And-
a locked door, so you have to get a key.
a skull key. So like you have to
You
have to kill the
defeat
baby.
to get
And I
out
keep
of
saying
there.
kill the baby, but the baby when you defeat the baby,
defeat
it
the
becomes like a
baby.
little a regular baby.
Yes.
You don't really kill it. You just like neutralize it.
You shrink the
Do
baby
you-
back down to size.
What year did Honey, We Blew Up the Kid? When did that come out?
1992.
So it's before this. Okay. There's got to be, like, giant babies in cinema before that, right?
Well, there's the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Sure.
So
You know they're remaking that.
Interesting. That's all I have to say about that. Interesting. For some reason, besides, like, Honey, We Blew Up the Kid, that's the only one I can think of is, like, where it's that. Movies with giant, horror movies, giant babies.
Now that is something to Google.
It's Alive, I don't think is going to count. But that's just, like, a mutated baby. Anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna go into a whole thing about how Rick Moranis and company stole the idea for the giant baby from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but I guess it came out first, and at the same time, the LucasArts people were like, maybe they were having lunch with each other one day, and they were just like, giant babies were just a thing in the early 90s, I guess. It was just like
it sounds
you gotta
horrifying.
Have a giant baby.
You know, you have a giant baby walking around destroying things.
It is terrifying. Babies are scary
you.
enough. Fucking weird enough. You have a 50-foot tall one?
Oof. Think about that diaper.
You got 50-year-old ones all over the place.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Hey!
Yeah. Good job, Kevin.
So, yeah, you get past the giant baby. Then the pod plant comes. You have to get through the blob is there.
Yes.
At one point. You're throwing popsicles at the blob, which I think we always went with the fire extinguisher, not really realizing what the hell the popsicle was going to do. But there is the popsicle.
Right, yeah. I mean, it does, like, the similar thing. I think it was harder to use the popsicle just because you had to aim that sucker.
You have to aim that, yeah.
And that's why...
And then the blob will get on your head.
Yes!
And kind of, like, suck your
energy
out.
Like, you can't do anything because you're, like, being attacked.
Yeah, there's nothing you really could do. I would have liked if in the multiplayer mode there was some kind of way to... help your partner
pick them up or something,
and like get rid of like and be
or
able
like
to like
shoot at them
the blob
and shoot it off of
yeah.
them. Yes,
yeah.
I agree. Okay, that's what we need in the new version as well. Thank you.
That's right. One of my favorite levels is Mars Needs Cheerleaders. It's a level where you are on a football field at a school. It is the Martians come to invade. They're trying to abduct all of the cheerleaders, and you have to save the cheerleaders. At the same time, though, football practice is going on, and I've always wondered, are the football players like mind wiped or brainwashed? Because they don't hurt you.
No,
but they will push you. They will. They're
doing their thing.
They will stiff arm you.
Yeah,
and you can distract them by throwing the footballs, as you said,
which is really silly. Yeah, these aliens look so goofy. They do definitely look like the Mars Attacks.
They look like the Mars Attacks cards. And it came out before the movie, so it's definitely based off the Mars Attacks, like trading
100%.
cards.
Oh.
The Mars Needs Cheerleaders level is a lot of fun because...
it's just so silly.
It's hard because of the UFO, like, trying to abduct you and, like, zap you and stuff. But I just like the idea of, like, the football players. At the same time, you're getting hit with the bubble gun and you're, like, getting thrown into the bubble stuff. Let's see, what else do we have?
The castle?
The castle levels we haven't talked about. Yeah, so Dr. Katung's...
Or do we want to talk about... Did we talk about the pyramids and how there were secret rooms?
We didn't talk about the secret rooms. I suppose if you would like
we
to,
can talk about it with both of them.
It
because
works,
both the pyramids
with
and
all of
the castles,
yeah.
they have, like, secret rooms that you can open.
Very much like the keys in the houses or in, like, the mall. There are secret passageways and stuff like that. And the pyramid and the castle are very similar in their build.
And the way that they're kind of like mazes themselves because of that.
There's spikes in the castle. I think that's the difference there.
Booby
where
traps.
There's, like, you know, booby traps and things like they'll come out of the floor. Yeah.
And you can save people by opening up cages that they're locked in as well. So it's kind of like they're in cells almost, like they're in the dungeon.
They don't care. They have no idea.
They don't know where they
are.
Yeah, maybe they really truly are like brain wiped, and that's what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like these passageways that you can go. There's passageways in most of the levels, like even in the hedge maze level. There are hedges that are
the covered
kind of like
ones.
Blocked out. Yeah, the covered ones, and there's like usually like some stuff in there to get some items or a bazooka or stuff like that. There's +1s on some of these, which are hard as shit to find. I mean, this game is very difficult. Like what we're talking about now is like hard as shit to get to. It's very hard. This game is very hard. And that's the point.
But
the
that's
point
like the
is just
fun
like,
of
okay,
it.
we made it to level 12. Let's see if we can get past level 12. Like, or should we start at level 5? We have the password. Mm-hmm. There's a level with the giant ants.
Yes.
Where they dig out of the ground. We talked about how they climb over the hedges and stuff and will attack you. There's an office.
I was just gonna say it. Levels. I was just gonna say the Office of the Doomed.
Are these supposed to be LucasArts' office? Is that the joke? I would
love that. That's kind of funny.
Because like there's skeletons
sitting at their desks.
At the desks, yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It looks like they're abandoned because it's like there's spider webs everywhere.
Yeah. And then the baby dolls, or Tommy the evil doll, like will shoot up out of like cribs and stuff.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
It's almost, I always thought this looked like an attic, but it's an office. It's supposed to be like an abandoned office.
The squid men come up in a level that's like mostly water, where you
are talking about the tentacles or the gills, the gill guys. Okay.
The gill, yeah. The level's called Squidmen of the Deep.
Yes.
But it's the gills. I don't understand like exactly what the best weapon is to kill those guys.
Those guys are tricky because they'll jump and like jump very far away, like straight to you, or they can just jump away and they'll like claw you. Those are interesting ones. Tricky.
Their level where they like become like the main thing is called Squidmen of the Deep, and it's mostly water with like some like little patches of like of sand and stuff, so that you can kind of try to get away from them. But that is like their mini boss little part of the level. A couple of levels later is Invasion of the Snakeoids, which we've talked about. You're in a desert now for some reason. You've been transplanted into Tremors Town.
It's literally Tremors. You can see
Dune.
You can see where they're going to come up.
It's clearly based on Tremors. Yeah.
You can see where they're going to come up, and then they, come out like snake worms, and they try to eat you.
You've got to use your clowns.
Clowns are the best things for this, because they will sit and attack the clown for a while, and that gives you the objective to like actually hit them.
I like that on this level is the tunnels are like like
mine carts,
like trains.
Yeah.
I think that's clever. But yeah, you're definitely trying to be Hassan al-Ghaib or whatever from Dune and trying to become a worm rider. And then it kind of repeats.
Yes.
So that's level 20 is Invasion of the Snakeoids, and then it becomes a little bit repetitive.
Mm-hmm. And they'll change like the monsters on each level. Sometimes they like team up.
And sometimes
almost.
they'll like combine them.
Right.
Yeah. So there's The Day the Earth Ran Away, Revenge of Dr. Tongue.
Yes.
The Caves of Mystery, which is another. It's like the sand level again, but now the Gillmen are there, and you're like in caves. There's like ants and the lagoon creatures.
Yeah.
There's a warehouse with the evil dolls. The giant baby comes back, except now he's attacking you at the mall instead of the neighborhood. Where the red fern growls. That's a pod level. Dances with werewolves.
I mean, if now they were just, at the end now of they were just after the credits roll, I'll just sit and say every single name of the levels.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. They clearly were just trying to come up with puns. For different stuff.
Just constant
puns. This is obviously when they were like, oh, well, we could just make a bunch of levels while we're waiting for this shit to clear legal.
Yeah.
Because, like, here they all are.
Right.
Really, you just kind of do the same 20 levels in slightly different variations again.
Dances with werewolves. Nightmare on Terror Street.
The Curse of Dr. Tongue.
Right.
Which takes you into a slightly different looking castle structure. Like, you kind of know that you're, like, getting toward the end. It looks more like a regular castle. Like, there's, like, a moat and stuff that you're trying to go around.
Well, the first one was more, like, Transylvanian. Like, this is Vlad's house. Not Vlad. No, Vlad.
Belmont. Vlad Belmont.
Vlad's house, yeah.
You have to do another chainsaw thing again. But eventually you end up at level 48, which is Curse of the Monster. Mm-hmm. This is where you are in Dr. Tongue's...
I guess his lair? Call it his lair.
So the music alternates, right? So you have then there's also the
oh yeah, the creepy ones when it was like nighttime and stuff. Yes.
It's like The Shining.
Yes,
music.
It was creepy. That one used to creep me out.
And then there's like this boss music. The music, along with the sound design, are really what allows this game to be remembered, in my opinion. If it weren't for the music and the sound design, you wouldn't remember the game as fondly.
Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
That's like the night music.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. And then there's the mall music. Do 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 do.
Yes.
Dun.
Na 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 na.
The pyramid music is like and then the Curse of Dr. Tongue is like the Shining music, right?
Yeah.
So that's like when it gets serious. The boss battle music is like
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those songs repeat, but they're all used specifically for if you're in the pyramid, if you're in the mall, if you're in the neighborhood, if it's nighttime, all that stuff. That's a nice little touch that they at least kind of like make it thematic to what you're doing. But in the last level, you are in the castle. I think everything shows up at some point in the level.
Yes.
There's zombies, there's mummies. There's like a bunch of electricity and shit.
Yes.
Dr. Tongue is there.
Right.
He teleports himself away, which I guess goes back to our theory that you can be using his
Teleportation technology of some
his
sort.
technology to get around. And he starts up Dr. Frankenstein, or not Dr. Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's monster is there. So it's Tongue's monster starts up, and you have to defeat Frankenstein. He's an electric-based monster, so I don't know. The fire extinguisher? But Frankenstein is like your Shiva to Mr. X.
Oh, that's fair, because I don't remember ever seeing the Frankenstein's
No,
monster.
because we've never gotten to this point, so...
Yeah, he's just kind of like, he like shoots electricity at you. And
Yeah.
you're in like this maze of electricity that's like, you have to, sometimes it'll just zap you because it like keeps, it's like a jumping fountain, but with electricity. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. I have a feeling that you never have to really defeat anybody on this except for Dr. Tongue, but
Sure.
defeating Frankenstein as like the mini boss, and then you find Dr. Tongue again, and Dr. Tongue transforms himself. He drinks a potion, and he transforms himself into a giant spider creature. Because
Yeah.
of course he does.
Of course he does.
I've heard the flamethrower would have worked very well on the giant spider creature
I would
if you were playing the
assume
SNES.
fire would, yeah.
But you have to find it.
Yeah.
And apparently it's very hard to find. Mm-hmm. He leaves a bunch of spider webs behind, and eventually, if you are able to defeat Dr. Tongue as the giant spider, which there are, I'm sure, many ways to do this. I watched walkthroughs where people were using bazookas, Pandora's boxes, turning
Being
into
the
monsters.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff.
Whatever you have, throw it at him.
If you're able to defeat him as the giant spider, he turns himself back into Dr. Tongue, takes another potion, and this, very freakishly, causes his body... He becomes Mr. Mackey on drugs. His head
He's just a head.
engulfs, and his body vanishes. And Rachel, describe Dr. Tongue, please.
Okay, as the head or before that?
I guess both.
So before that, you kind of think
He
mad
looks like
scientist.
Pistachio Disguisey.
He does, but like bald head, big honker of a nose, right? Big ears, wears glasses, and it kind of looks like his tongue is lolling out the side of his mouth.
Yeah.
So my assumption is that his tongue is like enlarged and it's too big for his mouth or something.
I like the idea. I like the backstory there. That he's done in his experiments. That's why they all call him Dr. Tongue.
That's why he's Dr. Tongue. When
That's right.
when his body is absorbed.
Dr. Tongue, also the name that the ladies called me back in.
No. I'm out. I'm leaving. I can't.
Come back. We have to finish this.
Anyways, when his body is absorbed by his head and it expands into this floating being, it's got warts all over it.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And he shoots tongues out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's also a creepy image, is him shooting the tongues out of his mouth.
He looks old when it's like bigger. It's like he loses his teeth for some reason, and he like he's got like that old person without dentures in.
When you use a lot of
he's
magic,
drinking all those potions. His teeth are rotted away.
It's the potions. Yeah, he's just a mad scientist. He's a freak. Yeah. He's a monster.
That's right.
He's turned himself into a monster. When Mike Ebert was giving like this interview, he mentioned that Konami wanted the floating head.
Yes.
That was their idea.
Oh my god.
They were going to just have the giant spider, and the Konami was like, no, you need to fight Dr. Tongue.
I like that.
I don't know if they came up with the floating head or Konami came up with the floating head, but he gave credit to Konami, like saying like, oh yeah, because of the extra time, we were able to add in the floating head of Dr. Tongue, like Konami wanted. And I was like Konami wanted? What the hell's the story there? So yeah, he shoots tongues at you, and you have to make sure that the spider webs aren't all over the ground because you won't be able to step on them and get away from the tongues. It doesn't look like he's as hard to defeat as the spider, but that's usually the case with a lot of these 90s games where like the first two bosses were a lot harder to kill than the last boss.
I think the biggest idea with that is, now did you use up all your weapons?
Right.
And you were going to
how
give
many
you an
weapons
easy
do you
guy.
have left?
Right.
Yeah, if you've just got a squirt gun left. Apparently, if you have a lot of dishes left, that would have been the ideal.
That's the way to go.
As you defeat him, though, he starts to melt.
Oh, it's gross looking. It looks very weird. It's almost like he's robotic, but it's like, why all of a sudden did you become like an android?
But yeah, his eyeball flies out of his head. It's like the Fly or something, which I guess is the whole point of like the sun is Dr. Bug or whatever. Mm-hmm. I could see where if you were to do this with today's graphics, it would look really fucking strange.
Oh, it would look messed up, which is fun.
Yeah.
That could be good. I'm thinking Dark Souls. All right, like weird-ass monsters. Let's...
Once you are able to defeat Dr. Tongue, you need a key to be able to get into the dungeon that he's like guarding, and then any of the neighbors that are still there. I'm trying to figure out... Rachel, I don't know if you can look at the end of a couple of different walkthroughs. Are multiple neighbors in that dungeon, or is it just the cheerleader? Or is the one that I was watching just the cheerleader?
It's a good question. Ooh, the SNES version looks really weird.
Yeah, well, because the
it's
coloring
just
is
the
all
cheerleader
different.
in that one. I think it's just the cheerleader. Save the cheerleader, save the world. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, the graphics on the Genesis are preferable. It's just because that's what I'm used to, but it looks cleaner.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that one was just the cheerleader.
Okay, go through the door. It's just the cheerleader. It's just the cheerleader. That's what I keep saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it's always just the cheerleader. Yeah, so the cheerleader is saved, and that's the end of the game. I saw some people, I don't know if they were being sarcastic or not, where they're like, that's it. I spent 55 levels, and at the end of this game, all I got was winner and fireworks, and I was like, well, what did you think it was going to be?
You were a winner.
It's an arcade game.
What do you want?
Yeah. I don't know what you want.
Did
and then
it
counts up.
The satisfaction of getting to that isn't enough for you? Good lord.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? That's a video game, pal.
How
like,
dare
what do you
you
think you're going to get? A medal? You want a fucking cookie? But that is the end of the game. It literally racks up all of the monsters that you've defeated. So if somehow you're able to do this and it hasn't been like only 3 levels with using a password, you can see how many monsters you've killed of all of the different types throughout the entire game, and it tallies up your score, and it goes dee-doo-dee. I think there's a credits level.
There is, and this is where I think it's the LucasArts, because it's them. There's like
Office.
It's because they're like monsters. The one guy's holding his own head. One's like got a head on a dog body.
So yeah, this is definitely the LucasArts. Like, oh, there's George.
There's George Lucas.
I asked them to if they could, just give me a little credit, put me in there walking around saying, how's everybody doing in here? Oh yeah, and every time you go by one, like there's a little credit.
Yeah.
Of like who they are. All right, that's kind of fun.
It's very silly.
There's a floating head and
yes,
all the different people that worked on it. I'm sure they're very happy and satisfied that there's a bunch of credits here.
Yeah, you can actually, like, fight the people working there and stuff. It's very, very goofy.
They should have made it so that you could fight George Lucas. George Lucas should have been the final boss.
Oh, that would have been great. The credits final boss is George Lucas.
I think we've covered it all, Rachel. We covered the neighbors, we covered the weapons, we covered the items, we covered some of the levels, we covered the monsters, we covered some of the little special stuff, the music, the sound effects. Is there anything that we didn't cover?
No, I think we hit it. I think we've talked about everything. There, of course, is the level, the high scoreboard. So,
sure, like any proper arcade game,
any
there
proper
is the high
game,
scoreboard.
you get to put your name in the scoreboard.
That's right. And I think
that should
maybe
be satisfying.
The Genesis would remember some of our high scores.
It would.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it did.
It did, because it would have your name, or it would say AAA, because we didn't care half the time.
Because we never cared. 'Cause we didn't. Why do I care? I'm competing against myself. This isn't a real arcade. So yeah, put your name in, Rachel. We have finally talked through Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It is that time of the show where I will throw it to you. Does Zombies Ate My Neighbors have shelf life?
I really think it does. I think it has shelf life. It is a very frustrating game at times, but it's fun to play, and it is fun to just waste some time enjoying the different levels and the monsters and seeing how far you can get and trying to beat your own, like, abilities at the game. I think is actually kind of fun just to see, like, oh, can I do better at this level now? Can I keep all my lives through more levels? Yada yada. I enjoy that. I enjoy all of the sounds. I will constantly and forever remember the sound effects and the music from the game. Absolutely. So I think it has shelf life. I think it's a fun enough one that people should just not look at it as a game to beat, but a game to enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's key. I think the best way to enjoy this game is with friends or whoever, and just be like, oh, let's try it. Let's have fun and see, let's
See what
play
happens.
the game.
Yeah.
And that's it. Don't have like the expectations of like, I'm going to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors and finish it.
I'm going to win.
No, you're playing this with friends. It's a fun game to play with others. That's the way to play it.
I think the journey was the friends we made along the way.
It's all about the journey. It's not about the destination when it comes to Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
It really is.
It can be like, all right, I'm not getting past this fucking baby or whatever, and
find the code. What's the code to get past the baby?
Yeah. I can understand where the gameplay itself is not satisfying for someone in 2025, the year that we're recording this episode. I mean, if you're listening to us in the future, I'm sure it's not satisfying either, unless there was some sort of retro apocalypse when it comes to technology.
Which is possible.
But the gameplay itself is not extraordinary. In fact, it's somewhat frustrating. But there is a satisfaction to it. It's fun if you are with other people, and I think that's where it gets a lot of its kudos. It accomplishes its mission in that way, even though it can become repetitive. But I think that they never really thought that most people were ever going to get to the point where it becomes repetitive.
Yeah.
So you were kind of in the clear a little bit. We have a fond nostalgia for this.
Oh, yeah. This is a heavily nostalgia game.
The music, the sound design, all of that good stuff. For me, it is a thing where I talked about what I would do if I had the script or if I was remaking the game, what the lore would be. It's very simple, too, where, like, Zeke and Julie see something, maybe they're arguing and they see a zombie thing or something.
Yeah, something goes past and they hear hoo-ha, and then there's a doll going past.
I think it's like you're saying too, where maybe they're the first people to confront, they find a zombie, one of them throws holy water at it and it fries up,
or
so then they fill the squirt guns
the closest thing next
with holy water.
Yes.
I think it could be funny, the first thing that they do is throw a football at something as a little Easter egg, or they throw silverware at the werewolves and it kills it, and they're like, they look at each other.
Perfect.
And then it escalates, and the neighbors the entire time are never really paying attention. They don't believe them, so they have to save the world themselves.
Yes.
And then Zeke likes the cheerleader, and that's the one that gets saved at the end. It kind of writes itself as a very schlocky, B-movie, we're having fun story where you can make fun. And I want to see it in today's day and age, too, after 30 more years of horror shit.
Oh, right. Yes. Because
I want to see all of those genres.
References. You could do a ton of references in this then. Because that's kind of all it's for. Just to enjoy.
It's allusions to all sorts of shit.
Absolutely. Classic monsters. Bring in Mike Myers, even.
Well, even like the Saw.
I guess they would
the
have
Saw
already.
Stuff.
All the Saw stuff, yeah. Or like ghosts. You could have some ghosts because there's a lot of paranormal stuff after
there was no
become, like,
skeletons.
Right. Give me some live skeletons. I want
Give me a
Draugr
Candyman.
Yeah, give me the ring girl popping out of a damn well. You know,
that would be good.
Like,
I do want to see a new version. As far as this game, I've thought about this because I was like, it's got to have shelf life. And then we played it, and I was like, does it have shelf life? And then we talked about it, and I was like, okay, now I'm thinking it has shelf life again. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with it between the shelf and the box.
sure.
And I haven't done a box in a while. I'm kind of thinking it's a box for me because I would not replay this myself. I'm going to take this out to play with others, to have that nostalgia feeling, to have that fun.
Okay.
If your godfather came over and we were like, oh, we should play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Pull it out of the box. You're not taking it off the shelf. You're pulling it out of the box. Like, oh, I've got
Yeah,
the
I
game.
suppose that's true.
So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards it. It definitely has a lot of... It's got good stuff in it. It is a little dated, but it's still fun. It definitely has that cult following feeling. Either way, it's in the collection. Either way, I'll pick it up again. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of where I'm leaning with it.
That's
so
fair to say. I understand that. Yeah. I know, probably not recently.
Because the gameplay is so difficult.
Yeah.
That like the older I get, the shittier I'm gonna be at this game.
That's fair. I know recently I had gotten it where it's like an emulated game on another place, and we've been playing it. So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, we actually are playing it, but it is kind of box-like, where it's just like, oh, let's pull this out. It's fun. It's old. It's nostalgic.
And it's cult status. Really, I don't know. I feel like it's like culty stuff. You always want to like, look what I've got. And
but
like,
sure, you don't want it already sitting there, I guess. But in my head, I'd be like, look, it's on the shelf. Like they can see it. They're looking at the shelf, looking, oh, look at Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You know, like that's like that's kind of how I picture it. But I like yours, like where it's like, oh, now let me show you something, and then you pull it out of the box.
Yeah, it makes the sound effect, and yeah.
You have a Pandora's box just for Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
That's right.
And you open
just
it,
the
makes
cartridge
the sound.
itself. Yes.
It's beautiful.
But I do really think that the thing needs to be redone in a modern lens. I really would really enjoy a remake of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yeah, or like they could call it a sequel. Call it a sequel. Who cares?
Call it a sequel. Yeah, I mean, they could fuck it up because they fuck everything up.
Sure.
But we still would have Zombies Ate My Neighbors in this. It's not that it needs it. They can never get rid of the original. It is very good. I just would want to see what it looks like. I know I'm probably...
Maybe I'll make it.
I'm probably being hypocritical to like... Everything that I've ever said about like remakes and shit. It says I'm not asking for a remake. I just want like a remastered version or something of this. I do want that movie because animated, live action, whatever. Just give me that movie because I think that would be fun. This is a fun concept. It's a fun game. It's a frustrating game. It's fun to play with other people.
Yes,
it's an arcade game. That's what it's supposed to be. They nailed it. It is a cult classic for a reason.
You know what we didn't talk about? Is that when you do die, it does the and it kind of looks like you pass out with like the
you do like spin with your eyes
head.
in the back of your head. You're like, ugh, yeah. And that is the way you die. Well, we did talk about when you do die, the blood comes on the screen.
Yes,
but yeah, every time
that's the game over.
Your 3 lives die, yeah, you spin and do that. So that was Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Cross that off the list. It's on the shelf.
It's in the box. It's nostalgic.
It's nostalgic, that's for sure. We've got that one done, Rachel. The neighbors have been saved. Although I don't know, would you save the neighbors? See all the social commentary that you can have then too about the neighbors.
Would you save your neighbors?
Rich. Would you say yes, folks at home?
You
would
tell
you
us.
Save your neighbors.
I'll go around saving all the dogs. I'm fine with that. That's a neighbor I can save.
And the hamburgers.
And the hamburgers.
And the cheerleaders. It's most of them.
They're fine.
Well, until next time, Rachel and I are going to go try to get some squirt guns to stock up just in case.
Just in case.
Maybe some silverware, paper
Good
plates, or regular plates, dinner plates of some kind. Icy Pops, I think I do have in the freezer, so we're good there.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that we might be short on is bazookas, but we'll see about that.
I did find this random box in my basement,
Oh, that's
so
good.
you know what? I'm
Could you
not
keep
going to
it
open
shut?
it. I'm going to keep it shut.
Yeah.
Just
It's
in
a great
case.
idea. And until next time, I've been Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this has been Shelf Life Ate My Neighbors. I'm not going to eat somebody's neighbor, necessarily.
Well, if we were zombies.
If I was a zombie, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be a
Got
bad
you.
zombie, though. Someone would shoot me in the head pretty quickly.
I don't know what would happen. I'd probably be that zombie that would just continue to do my day-to-day activities. Yeah.
A Shaun of the Dead zombie.
A very Shaun of the Dead zombie.
I feel like I'd be stuck in my house somehow, and I wouldn't be able to figure out how to get out. I got bit, and then I went in my house and
then-
died,
yeah.
and now I'm just stuck in the house.
Yeah.
That's just the end of
That's
me.
just it. That's the end. It's okay.
It's kind of rot. What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that. Level 1, Zombie Panic. Bonus level, Day of the Tentacle. Level 2, Evening of the Undead. Level 3, Terror in Aisle 5. Level 4, Lumberjack Hedge Maze Mayhem. Level 5, Weird Kids on the Block. Level 6, Pyramid of Fear. Level 7, Dr. Tongue's Castle of Terror. Level 8, Titanic Toddler. Level 9, Toxic Terrors. Bonus level, Mushroom Men. Level 10, No Assembly Required. Level 11, Weeds Gone Bad. Level 12, Mars Needs Cheerleaders. Bonus level, Cheerleaders versus the Monsters. Level 13, Chopping Mall. Level 14, 7 Meals for 7 Zombies. Level 15, Dinner on Monster Island. Level 16, Ants. Level 17, Office of the Doomed. Bonus level, Someplace Very Warm. Level 18, Squidmen of the Deep. Level 19, Nightmare on Terror Street. Level 20, Invasion of the Snakeoids. Level 21, The Day the Earth Ran Away. Level 22, Revenge of Dr. Tongue. Bonus level, The Son of Dr. Tongue. Level 23, The Caves of Mystery. Level 24, Warehouse of the Evil Dolls. Level 25, Look Who's Shopping. Level 26, Where the Red Fern Growls. Level 27, Dances with Werewolves. Level 28, Mark of the Vampire. Level 29, Zombie House Party. Level 30, The Horror of Floor 13. Level 31, Look Who's Coming to Dinner. Level 32, Giant Ant Farm. Level 33, Fish and Crips. Bonus level, Curse of the Pharaohs. Level 34, I Was a Chainsaw Maniac. Level 35, Boardwalk of Terrors. Level 36, Monster Phobia. Level 37, Labyrinth of Horrors. Level 38, Monsters of the Blue Lagoon. Level 39, Destroy All Vampires. Level 40, Pyramid of Fear 2. Level 41, Martians Go Home. Level 42, Spikes. Level 43, Super Fun Cleanup Site. Level 44, The Curse of Dr. Tongue. Level 45, Danger in Picnic Park. Level 46, Day of the Chainsaw. Level 47, Gridiron Terror. Level 48, Curse of the Tongue. Credit level, Monsters Among Us.